What's going on? We are back with more Squid Game, The Challenge, Season 2 coverage. And today I have two very special guests joining me. I have Bradley, player 123, and I have Giovanni, player 235 in the house. How are y'all?
Fantastic.
Thriving. For having us. Yeah, thank you.
Of course, I am excited to have you both on because we have Bradley here. And Bradley kept saying, oh boy, do we have something here with the messy O's. And this is exactly why I want the tea spilled on this podcast. I need to know everything that has happened, that occurred in that room. And then Giovanni, you're here because of the pentathlon. And by golly, I need to know everything about Sydney. So we will dive into all of this, folks. I'm giving my one thought just to start us off. Sydney can be on every reality TV show and I will be all set. I love it. Give me the content, girl. I'm here for it.
See, Sydney's crazy. Sydney's like exactly who you think. Like everything that they showed is exactly who Sydney is, and she doesn't like pretend to be anybody. It's funny.
She's not rotten though. She's not rotten.
Yeah.
Not rotten.
No.
Exactly. Such good casting. But let's dive in right off the bat. I'm interested to know y'all's storyline. Why did you want to participate in Squid Game, The Challenge?
I'll jump in and answer that first. I didn't actually initially want to, but I because of like being on a show with 456 people, like no chance. Like, why would anyone do that? But someone sent me the link one day, and I was just having one of those days of like, why not? Like, what if I was an ex and didn't have to do anything and just make it to the next round? What if that happened? But so yeah, I found out that I was going to London 2 weeks before the show. Which talking to people, I think that was like the quickest turnaround. So I feel like I was like one of the last. I applied pretty late, so when I applied, I'm like, it's probably too late for me. But I feel like maybe I was a straggler. They probably had like a few more slots. They casted like 8 pair of twins, so they were like good on twins and pairs, I think. So they're like, we'll take you. So that was my story. Went through the process and everything like that. I had a good idea that I was going to make it just based on like the questions and the process. So I let my boss know, I'm like, I think that I need to take out work. But so yeah, it was pretty quick turnaround for me.
Yeah, it was one of those things where you kind of just, you do it and then you forget about it. I had some downtime during the baseball season. I think it was around the ending of season 1, maybe in like January, February-ish. And they came out with that QR code where you can scan it and then, apply. And it's really quick, actually. And I've actually never applied for a reality TV show. So I was like, I'm a big fan. And I grew up watching MTV The Challenge. And I watched the last Squid Game. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to shoot for it. I didn't tell anybody about it. I sat in a dark room and I applied for it. And then I got a call maybe back in August. And the thing is, I didn't tell anybody. So I knew it was legit. When I missed the call too, I knew it was legit because I didn't tell anybody. It was like, this is someone from blah, 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 blah from Squid Games. Would you be interested in having a call? And I was like, oh my God, this is like, I'm jumping now. It's crazy. Like I'm jumping everywhere. And then it just happened so quick. Eventually, I think I got the call that I was in like really early, like super early. But yeah, it was crazy. I can't even explain it, to be honest.
You shoot your shot and it hits, so you just have to go for it sometimes, folks. Because you just never know. You really don't.
For sure. People got to apply for season 3. That's what I'm saying. Like, you just never know. I mean, we both didn't know. So
yeah. And like, don't let the games like scare you. Like, yeah, you could get there and get out in a coin flip, but like, what if you don't? Like, you could easily like move on to the second game without even playing the first game. Which like you have to be tormented and sitting in that room and counting. Like you feel like you probably played a game because it was like wild because you're like sitting there and like, wait, like my fate's not in my hands. This is crazy. But that's what I've been telling people. Who are like, well, I don't want to go to London for season 3. If like, what if I don't play a game? But like, hey, it could work out. It could work out.
No, for sure. For sure.
I mean, you have to know going out there that luck is a huge factor, and sometimes it's on your side and sometimes it's not, but it's the risk that you take. If you never take the risk, you could be the winner. That's what I'm saying. You could be that one person that goes out and wins, and you don't know that unless you go.
Yeah. And Squid Game is like savage. I feel like the star of the show are the games. And like we have like fathers watching their daughters like fight for their life in the game. Like it's a savage game. So yeah, they don't care if you're going to come home, you're going to fly all the way to London and get out like the first game. Like I promise they don't care. But still do it anyways, because it could work out for you.
Absolutely. Let's dive right into this. So in the first season, they all put them out, shoot them for red light, green light, right? This season, they bring y'all all into the dorms. So what's going through y'all's mind when you are all entering in with all 456 players?
Yeah, I mean, I was part of the later group that went in there. So mind you, when you walk in, you don't see anything but the door. Then once it opened, you see literally, I saw maybe like 300 people right in front of me. So, but when you're walking in, they all clap for you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But when you start like keep walking, you see the guys on top of the bunks. You see guys on the railing. It reminded me of a prison cell, but it was still sick because like I love that atmosphere. But some people, some people could be like really like anxious and like really intimidated by that. But I kind of just glow in those things. But it was insane. It was insane.
Yeah, it was a surprise. I was convinced that we were not playing red light, green light because they're not going to do the same thing for season 2. But I walked in with player 415, Eric, the fake baby daddy. And I just remember he was first in line. I was second. We were like the mid group, like half of everybody was already in. But he turned to me and he's like, it's the dorms, it's the beds. I was like, and we walked in, everyone's cheering. Like, the ending scene of like that Titanic when Rose dies and everyone's just like clapping. Like I felt like Rose. I'm like, oh, I'm here. I made it. Like that was my goal. I just wanted to make like it this far. But then I'm like, all right, that's awesome. Let's play. And I was like, just be a social butterfly. Like just talk to everybody that you haven't met yet. I seeked out like all like the main character energy. Like I'm like, all right, who do I like want to like rub elbows with? But yeah, everyone was thrilled and everyone was like super surprised. No one was expecting that.
Yeah, it started getting a little bit there started getting like a little bit of energy going on there because eventually people started counting the bunks. And it was like 250 something bunks. So we knew that there was going to be a game where half of the people get eliminated. I was trying to figure out what game we were going to play. I had no clue it was going to be. I had no clue we were going to do the game that we did. Zero.
But as soon as you walk in, though, I seen the X's and O's on the floor, and I knew at some point that's what the season was going to be. We're going to be in teams. I just didn't think it was going to be that soon. But it doesn't show it on the episode, but people were walking around. There's slides and ladders like on the wall, and people are like pointing out the hints of the games that we're going to play. One of the first things I did was go to the bathroom. That's my like claim to fame. It's just like I'm like, maybe if I didn't spend too much time in the bathroom, I would have been convinced to go to the X's. I don't know. Maybe that was my downfall, but I just like, yeah, they allowed us to like kind of like explore for a good chunk of time. I felt bad for like the first like couple of groups that were in there because they were like so like just ready to play. Because it took us a good amount of time to like get all of us in there, but like eventually people like just kind of like started like sitting down and like they're like, okay, like I've met enough people now. Let's play the game.
Well, it's such a waiting game because you have so many people. I mean, think about it. We're seeing on a screen here a game. It looks as though it takes 20 minutes per round for like the pentathlon. We know that's not true. You're filming that for hours.
Yeah, which was okay. This was crazy. We were the first game to go the entire day. Day one, first game to go. And our game maybe took an hour and 10 minutes, around an hour and 10 minutes. It was long. So, like, mind you, that set the entire day. And they were going at it for like 2 to almost 3 days.
Right. And imagine the waiting time. There's people that, especially if you're the last group to go, oh my goodness, you're thinking about that game because I was told it took 2 days to film, correct?
Yeah. Mind you, everyone is iced out. I don't know if you know what iced out means. But in like reality TV term, like iced out means like you cannot talk to anybody. So I went the first game, so I don't know anything about that. But they were in the white room and couldn't say a word for hours. It was nuts. I heard so many stories, legit hours.
That's insane. I didn't know that. That's wild.
Iced out. That's when the whole simmer down thing started happening.
That's incredibly painful in the sense of your mind's going in circles because what else can you do? You can't talk to anybody. But let's dive in to the beginning here where we get the separation. I want to know, first off, they tell you to split equally into these two sides. How long was that process? Because they have to make sure that it is indeed equal, and there's so many of you.
Yeah, I knew going into there already that I wanted to be an O. Like no one like persuaded me just because of what it represents on the scripted series. But the process itself, I feel like it wasn't that long for everyone to, well, initially vote, but we had to make sure that it was even as far as like male, female. So that was maybe like a little bit of a process. But like it wasn't anything crazy really.
No, I mean they just made the announcement. I mean, all the 4 producers came out and they got in between, so like people can't like sneakily sneak over to the X side or switch sides. I think there was a lot more O's than there was X's, so we had a bunch of people switch over. Some people were there on my line saw me and they were like, they're switching over to the X's. The craziest thing was during count, the guy that actually helped us, the musician, was actually an O, and he switched.
No way.
Yes, I believe so. He was actually, him and his bandmates were actually O's, and they switched over to X's.
I remember during our game, some of the O's that I made friends with the morning of, they're like, oh my gosh, they have like, I think his name's Matthew. Matthew went over there. He's a musician. They're going to win because he's over there. And I was like, I don't know about that. I don't know if musician's the way to go. I had no idea. But I'm like, that's crazy that he wasn't actually an O because yeah, a lot of his people were over still on O, but he switched over. And I, in hindsight, I play that in my mind all the time. I'm like, what would have made me switch over? I'm like, why didn't I not hop over to the X's when they gave us the opportunity? But I was like dead set on O's for sure.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things in there is like you don't want to second guess any of your decisions in there,
right.
Because there's a lot of, mind you, Squid Game, so you can go out anytime. You've seen eliminations out of nowhere, so like sometimes you're gonna regret making that decision to switch over. Like I would have never switched over to those.
Right. Yeah.
And I was just on that side of X's, but like the crazy thing is in the hotel, for some reason, me and my alliance, I came up with the idea. I was like, if they ever make us choose O and X, I'm going X every time. And then my entire alliance went X, and then it was But the process was not long. The switching process was not long. They just didn't show it because the producers were out.
Right, exactly. Well, even so, when you're going through the picking process, as you said, you have to go with your initial instinct because you would be so pissed off at yourself if you switch and then get eliminated. It's much worse than actually, I believe, getting eliminated for standing by your choice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There was someone that switched and then switched back. I feel bad for that guy because his friends were convinced him like, no, come back. And he did. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like I feel so bad for him, but because he did switch to X's, but then he switched back. But yeah.
That's even worse. I can't even imagine that aspect of it all. So let's dive into once you get into the rooms. So from my perspective, as we're watching this as viewers, the X's, you have some people kind of chiming in with their specific ideas that get shut down pretty quickly. But then it seems as though all of y'all end up being on the same page. And then on the other side, we see the O's, and there are a ton of people just putting in their opinion, and it's just going nowhere, and y'all were going downhill very quickly.
Yeah. 100%. I'm like, give me the F off this team. I immediately, like, as soon as we started strategizing, I was like, oh no, I picked the wrong team. And I started taking into consideration, the jet lag. I was very sleep deprived. So I was already kind of irritable. But the fact that it was so chaotic, and the sensible people eventually sat down and shut up. If we knew that we were going to count, but there's a lot of people that just they wanted their fate in their hands, so they wanted to count. It was said that we didn't have a lot of volunteers, which wasn't entirely true. We had too many people wanting to contribute. But yeah, there was a lot of chaos, a lot of children for sure. And I still know their numbers because and everyone was like, yeah, if we make it through, they're out. These people are out. Yeah, it was we were supposed to have 4 counters originally, and I was like, okay, these people like, you got Jacket. I can count 100. 100. Like I can count 100 perfectly. And then like before the game, 4-3-1 decides who we gave a little bit too much authority to decide our strategy in hindsight. But he decides he just like feels comfortable with just 2 counters. And that's where I'm like, you can see me very briefly on the episode, and I'm just like, I look like I want to like kill somebody because I'm like, as soon as this started, 12 seconds late, I was like, thank God they did not show me, because I said, what the heck is she doing? What the heck is she doing right now? I was like, we are screwed. We're screwed. But yeah, I was trying to be a supportive king. And I was just for a little bit until I knew we were going downhill real fast. But I will say kudos to Jacket. The Jacket's number, I forget, but he's the boy that stood up and started counting with 363, the other counter aside from Ida. That was not just random. He already had an arrangement with that specific counter. He's like, okay, well, I want to count regardless. So when I get to 300, I'm going to get up and stand next to you. So like where I'm at, if we're like, on the same page. So, but he didn't like let anyone know that. So we all thought that he was like, just like being disruptive. So homeboy gets like jerked down, which is like, it seemed like way more dramatic than it was on TV. On TV, it seemed like it was like just a light, like pull down. But when we were there, it sounded like, I was like, oh my gosh, poor Jacket. But yeah, it was chaotic, and I knew we were doomed from the jump. Still a little hopeful because I was like, they could be crazy, and the X's could be crazy. And I'm interested to hear the craziness and the X's. I have no idea, but O's were, if we made it through, there's going to be some messy TV for sure.
Man, the X side was super. After like the whole jaunty scream and everything, I mean, everyone was just trying to butt in, but after like the whole jaunty scream, after that, it was like completely calm because we had the musician. We actually had 3 musicians, by the way. We had a producer, we had another counter, and then we had like a musical student or something. So we had 4 counters, and they were all kind of musicians, I believe so. And basically, we just had everyone back up, which you can see it's really spaced out around them. We had everyone back up and just have them count, and then we just let them go at it. And then they did an insane job. I think one was doing the beat, and then the other one was doing the beat at the same time, and then another one was counting the amount of seconds that are going in it. So we had a pretty good system. Our twin was actually really calm with us as well. So kudos to him.
Yeah, I was interested about that dynamic as far as like, I'm like, people were like, which kind of twin did we? Because I'm an identical twin. I'm like rooting for the 20s regardless. I was not salty that he got back in the game. It was news to me when the trailer came out. I was like, wait, what is he doing in the game? Yeah. But yeah, I could tell our 4-3-1 role was very overwhelmed. I mean, you got to think like he's up like 22, 23. You have all these like people screaming at him. So he was very overwhelmed for sure. We did have a couple leaders like that kind of like stood up and tried to like delegate and like take control, but he did good as far as, considering like his age and the role that he had to play. But I did feel for him for sure. But it seemed, now that I watched the episode, it seemed like 4-3-2 maybe was a little bit more confident in the team leadership position.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, 4-3-1 seemed more panic as well. I felt as though it set in. And I want to talk about the guy that you said that was on the floor that was also counting, that stood up when he got to 300. I felt as though, based on the edit and what it was going, was he more on track? It just looked that he was on track because he started from the jump, right? Because she was very, very late. So I was curious to know if the twin is listening to the count and seeing where she's at, why did he not push the button earlier?
Well, I don't think that. Well, earlier, I think we were 12 seconds too early. We were 12 seconds too early.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm like very confident that we were too early.
Oh, see, I was thinking y'all were too late.
No, we had a lot of people that were counting around me. Like everyone was still counting. They were like, well, we were way too early.
Yeah, the goal with that for us was to go 2 seconds early. Our plan was to go 2:54 instead of 2:56 because we didn't want to go too over. I think shooting early is a little bit better than shooting late. You know what I mean?
I was just kind of salty that our twin just wasn't counting. I was like, if I'm in charge of the button, because that's why I said, I'm like, this kid's not even counting. I'm like, I'm using my counters to verify my count if I'm in charge of the buzzer. But he was just like chilling, just like looking around. And I'm like, why are you not counting? Like, you are like the key player here. But it was funny to see that the other twin 432 was not counting either.
Yeah, no. The musicians, I'm telling you, dude, the musicians, it was like pure cinema. They were like going at it. The musicians,
He was like probably like so confident in them.
They killed it. Oh my god, because they were just on beat. Like they didn't lose a single beat. They were singing a song. They didn't put it in the they didn't put it in the edit because you can't. But they were singing a song, and I was like, oh my god, like I think they were singing a Linkin Park song or something. And the song is exactly like the amount that it was. It just
wow. And then we didn't even use our counter. Like our musician. It was suggested. It made the episode that was suggested, but again, in hindsight, we gave him a little bit too much power to determine our strategy. Like all his role was supposed to be is just push the buzzer, but we were all like just like depending on him to say what our strategy was, which like we shouldn't have done. Like no. And I will say like some tea is they were I remember talking to the twins earlier in the day, and I went right to them because they're identical twins. And I was like, you guys know you're going to be targets right away, right? And they're like, why? Why would we be targets? And I was like, because you guys are obviously a pair. And they said, like, we just don't want to be split up. Regardless of what happens, we just don't want to split up. So I was so surprised when they volunteered. But they weren't initially volunteering. As soon as they asked for volunteers or like a pair to step up, they were like, Giovanni, I don't know if you were like around them at that time, but like they were like bum rushed. People were like, oh my God. Yeah. And people were just excited to play, be a part of it, maybe make screen time. I don't know. But people were like bum rushing them. So to get away, because they couldn't even hear each other talk of like, should we do this or not? They moved closer to the stage just to get away from people. But everyone thought they were volunteering. So everyone started like cheering. Yeah. So I don't know if that got them like amped up, because there were other people that wanted to potentially volunteer, but the twins were like the first ones like up to the stage. They were like, okay, you know what, screw it, let's do it.
Yeah.
Well, you might as well go for it at that point, because as y'all said, he survives still, but you don't know that going in. But that's also a risk that you take, because from a production standpoint, you want that storyline of the twins surviving. Oh my goodness, you volunteered, you're immune now. We have this storyline that then can go into the next episode. And then from there, if the game takes you out, the game takes you out. But at least in this instant, you have control of who does stay in the game for that aspect.
Yeah.
So I just, it was rough to watch just for the O's, because how did the nurse feel? Was the nurse super confident, do you know, going up? Because she just looked very nervous.
I know. If you're already apologizing to us before the game starts, like I'm very worried.
That's what I said when watching it. I was like, damn, she already made a disclaimer. Like, you know, this is about to be bad.
Yeah. I remember just saying, like, wait, what is her qualifications? What's her qualifications? Like, why is she the counter? Like, it wasn't, and I know like it was too difficult to announce to the room, like, these are our counters and this is why. Like, we didn't know when the game was going to begin. But no, like, I mean, I don't blame her at all for us losing. That's like, we were all fully capable of like changing the plans or counting ourselves or taking our fate in our own hands, I guess, in some sort of way. So, I mean, I don't blame her. I don't blame the twins. It was just like, at the end of the day, we should have picked X. Like, no. Yeah.
You're not wrong. And also, too, I think as everyone's talking, maybe you could have had the musician get up there and be the one to step up. But it's hard when you have that many people speaking, when you have that many people trying to cluster to the front of the line, because everyone wants their opinion to be heard. Let's be clear on that. Everyone wants that voice stepping in and saying, this is what we should do. But it just happens. And as you said, X was the way to go this round.
Yep.
Any other thoughts on this portion of the game before we dive into Giovanni's pentathlon?
Actually, when they there's a lot of things. When they show the screen. So when they show the screen, and they told us the results, I don't remember them saying 2 seconds. I think they said it. I don't know. I don't remember what they said, but like what they said was not exactly what they said to us, at least.
Yeah.
I think it was like one team was like really far off, and one team. I don't know what it was like really different than the 2 seconds. That was one of the things that we said in the group chat. It was like what they said in the game was not what they said, to us. But I don't remember that too much.
Yeah, just like the twin, them announcing to the twin while we're dead that he's in the game. Like that hell no. You think we would be like chill with that? Like, so they like smartly, I think, like let us leave. I didn't even, none of us like thought to like look up and like, is twin dead? Like, is he inked? What? But yeah, that a little TV magic there, but yeah, that was because I was like, I didn't even know that he was in the game until like the trailer came out. I was like, what's my twin doing there? But yeah,
I was like, there's no way they announced it with everyone's in there.
No way. We would have been
pissed.
I would have been very mature about it. Everybody else, nah, great. They're lunatics in the O's. They were lunatics.
Oh, trust me, I know.
No, if they do that when y'all are all laying on the floor, there's people getting up and saying, what the actual hell?
Yeah. Oh, we had people in tears. Like, this is not fair. We didn't even get to play a game. And I was like, welcome to reality TV.
Yeah.
Like, who cares? No, they don't care if it's fair. Like, it's Squid Game. Like, nah.
That's why you always have to know risk. It's with everything in luck. It's a big portion of this game. Watch it before you go on it, folks, because you could be really disappointed with how the cards shake out.
Yeah, and be okay with going home first if you do the show, because it happens to half of everybody.
Literally.
After the first game, yeah.
How would y'all have felt if it was red light, green light? Did you feel good about your chances if that would have been the first game?
Oh yeah, I was practicing in my hotel room in my shoes. I was like going back and forth because others were convincing me that was red light, green light. When I was smart enough to know like we're not opening up this season with red light, green light again. But I was still practicing because I'm like it could have been like the second game or third game. But no, I was very confident that I would have been fine.
I had a feeling it wasn't going to be red light, green light because when we're in the fitting rooms, they fitted us with thermals, and then later a security guy comes up and takes all our thermals, and I'm like,
oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, thermals, and I was like, okay, like that's a little weird. But I feel like red light, green light would have been better because you have the ability to actually like hold your fate in your hands rather than using someone else. You know what I mean? It just allows you to, get away from the team game aspect. I know all about the team games.
Definitely so. And I agree with that. That is the positive of red light, green light, is at least, I got eliminated from this game because I personally messed up, not because somebody else made a mistake.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, let's move forward and dive in to the pentathlon because, oh by golly,
I'm so excited.
Was it around?
Man, pentathlon was crazy. It was so crazy. So there was so much tea with pentathlon, though. Okay, I'm gonna expose it. Fuck it. Here we go. So when we go in the white room, right, there's dots. Everyone's counting the dots. So it's 10 dots. Okay. I had a feeling that it could be something big, maybe like tug of war, because there's 10 of us. So that would make like a big team. And then they tell us to pick our team. I'm with my alliance at the time, so I had a feeling. I had a really bad feeling that we were going to face each other in a game this big. So I was like, I think we should all split up. So now my entire alliance splits up, and I find the twin. I'm standing there because I'm just like, you know what? Whoever's going to pick me is going to pick me. Here comes the twins. They're running over. They grab me. They're like, oh my God, like, we need you on our team, because they heard that I was a baseball player. So they were like, this is fate. We need you on our team. And then we ended up adding everyone else. And then Sydney was actually part of my alliance. So she actually came, with me. And this is where things get a little bit wild. When we're sitting down, right? So you have they're lined up, right? Facing the stairs. Okay. There's two groups. You have this group and this group, right? Me and the twins were in this line, front in this line. Apparently, that was the group that was going to go day 2. And this group was going to go day 1. So when the floor producers came out and in, they saw that the twins were in my line and in the line to go day 2, and they spoke in the mic. And then every single producer comes in, right? Switches us to go first, game 1, day 1, and then to throw everything off, ended up switching every single person behind us, so nothing was like exposed or something. Something like it wasn't weird, but we all knew it was because of that. Mind you, it keeps going. It keeps going though. So we're sitting there, ready, getting ready to play. We're sitting there. The TV turns on. A producer accidentally show a live feed of the pentathlon room. So we saw that we were going to see pentathlon.
Oh.
We saw that we are going to see pentathlon. It comes in, and we get iced out immediately because it wasn't supposed to happen. So we knew pentathlon was going to happen. By their mistake, I know they made a mistake because all the producers came out and iced us out. Okay, so mind you, now we're going into the facilities. We're going into pentathlon. Open the doors. You know, it looks exactly the way it looks. It's beautiful. It's a crazy scenery. It's amazing. It's beautiful. I had no clue how they were going to split us. I didn't know that they were going to split us down the middle. Other than that, you know, obviously I would have been careful who I was next to. But I thought we were going to be able to choose, and it would have got like a little bit gritty, kind of like in the cookie game where they like had talks and it got a little bit gritty. But no, they split us right up. I was completely fine who I had. I did not mind at all. So when they're shooting us and they're explaining the rules and we're all picking what we're going to do, my mind was already set on the kicking one, just because I was a soccer player. I didn't know that was going to be the easiest game in the whole thing, right? And before they even showed us the sequence, I didn't know the sequence of Gongi at all. The only person I knew was Sydney. So I was like, Sydney, like, you got it. Because she said she's been practicing. I was like, okay, Sydney, like, you got it. And then everyone else was pretty confident with what they had. I was pretty confident what everyone was doing because they've all done it before. So after they then explained the sequence, and I'm like, oh my God. And then they dumbed down the sequence from the actual game, by the way. It was just like, you know, if you mess up, you're still in the same group, the same rotation. And I'm like, oh, like, and then I'm looking at Sydney. I see Sydney starting to break down. Like, she's really, like, I'm telling you, like, she's really getting nervous. And we all know Sydney. Sydney's awesome, but she's like really full of like emotions and like really like hyper. And I was like, oh no, she's really going at it. And then now she starts getting like really self-doubt. And the one thing that I messed up about is like, do I switch up Gongi? Like, should I have done it? But then I'm not going to be like, yeah, we're going to switch up Gongi because now we're going in it. You know what I mean?
Did you practice Gongi? Like, did you
ever? No. I didn't practice that because I knew if that was going to come up, I wasn't going to do it. Like, this just,
I felt the same way. I was practicing in my hotel, and I was just like, if I get this,
ended up doing Gongi after, and it was actually like, it wasn't that bad. But mind you, like in that atmosphere, you know, you have your whole team staring at you. It's for $4.56 million, and kudos to Sid. Again, she went through it. They didn't show how many times she was doing it, but it was probably like 45 to 50 minutes of her going at Gongi. The thing is, she was catching it sometimes, but Sydney has really small hands. I mean, you've seen it next to me, Jacob, and Harry. That's why we had that mishap with the stepping, because she's so small. And like our one step is like her 25% step. So she was catching it, but it just kept slipping out. And now she's getting anxious. And the only thing I could say is like, Sydney, keep going. There was one time she told me to shut up. It was hilarious. But yeah, I love Sydney to death. I still love her. She's awesome. But yeah, it was she knew that she lost it for us. But again, it was just, I mean, Robin, on the other hand, with the cards, that was going on for like 50 minutes. So,
oh my gosh, that's cool.
From my perspective, I just see the twins like looking over at her, and I see Robin drenched in sweat and just looking down, like just really messing up. And I love the comments because the comments are my favorite part. The comments are in here.
Whoa, boom.
Hey,
Fairplay.
Survivor
Yo,
what's up?
The champ is here.
What's up?
What's going on, man?
Bradley, the
What is he about to say?
here.
The champ is here.
Bradley, I watched the first. How many are out now? 3 or 4?
4 are out.
4.
How many episodes so far of Squid Game season 2?
There's got to be 9 full episodes, but there's only 4 out right now.
4. Bradley, where are you?
Bro, tell me about it. Like I am in the first 12 minutes. You see me for 2 seconds and Gandhi.
Well, no, where are you, Bradley? I'm looking. I don't see you. Where?
Dude, they didn't know what they had. But no, literally. Blink and you will miss me.
Yeah, the O's, man. The O's had it bad. The O's had it bad, really bad. But what I was saying was,
Okay.
yeah, it was just they were going on forever.
Are you still in?
Yeah, he's like messing out. He's out. He's in. He's out.
No, the thing Johnny's asking if
I'm
Bradley's
exiting,
still
coming
in.
right back.
Oh, he's asking me if I'm still in?
Yeah.
I'm exiting, coming right back. Hold up.
Technical difficulties from Jonny Fairplay. I had no idea that he was going to make an appearance here. So here we are, folks. But yes, I believe Johnny is asking if you're still in the competition. So
oh yeah, sure. Let's
once we get him back, he'll come back on. Fix your Wi-Fi for a second.
But yeah, the games went really long. They went pretty long, longer than they showed, to be honest. We actually missed the first rock, by the way. They didn't show that. But Harry threw the rock to the other, like to Narnia. He threw it all the way to the camera person. I don't think that's why they didn't show it. Literally all the way to the camera person. And we had to like crawl to get there because we couldn't figure out walking. These guys were jumping and we're walking. Mind you, I think we should have crawled, to be honest. I wonder if we were able to crawl. But I never got to go. That was one of the most like depressing things, is that I didn't get to go. And I literally just watched $4.56 million just strip right in front of my face. But I've gotten a lot of like comments and everything saying that I was super supportive, and that's kind of just what I wanted to do, is just be supportive. And you know, I mean, I love Cindy to death. She's awesome. So there's never gonna be a time where I'm just gonna sit here and, you know, bash her at all.
You were so supportive. Absolutely. I mean, you were kept telling people, you got this, take your time. Whereas other people, I know for a fact, would have been screaming, ripping into people. And people don't respond well to that, especially if they're already themselves freaking out. They need that calming voice coming in and telling them it's okay, breathe, you have to breathe. But just hearing how long she was at that station for, it's brutal.
Well, if you look at it, Cindy is doing it in a squat. And I was like, I didn't realize that at the point. I was like, but she was in that squat forever. And I was like, wow, that's crazy that she was doing gongi in a squat. But I'm proud of her. She ended up actually doing it, though. She actually ended up finishing it, and that's what I was proud of.
All right. So can you guys hear me? No delay.
Yeah, you're good.
You're back. You're good.
I don't know what happened. So yeah. So Bradley, peek behind the curtain. I know Bradley, and there's another twin. Who's to say who's better looking? There's been controversy, but I see you on the cast, and I'm just like, I've been screaming for the twins to be on reality TV for years. So I sit down. My son Eric, he's on the show. I'm like, all right, that's great. And so yeah, are you still on the show? Because I've missed it.
I think that I just finished Mingle on episode 4, but I could be wrong.
Wait,
no, I swear. No, I was, dude, out real quick.
Oh, really?
There are so many of us that, I mean, I could point you out. I could point me out like on the screen, but like it was like one of those like blinky you missed me kind of things.
Were you the first one out, like the counting, or no?
Oh yeah, for the counting game. Yeah, I was in the O's.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was on the.
You see your Eric's dad?
Yeah.
Like Eric, like baby Eric?
Yeah. I lied about my grandma dying on Survivor.
You're Eric's dad?
Sure.
Oh my! Wait, are you serious? Like seriously?
Where do you think he got it from?
Oh my God! I just met Eric. Me and Eric were together 2 days ago, I think.
Tell him I'm not getting him a new car.
That's crazy.
You're also talking to the biggest reality villain of all time. So just
hell yeah.
You can't.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know. That's great. I did not know you're Eric's dad.
Oh, me.
Is he trolling me? Is he trolling me?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I love it.
I was like,
Wow, it's a lot easier than it used to be.
I get it now. I get it now. I get it
I
now.
used to have friends have to come on and help me. Now I just say it.
I get it now. I get it now.
Yeah. So wow. So yeah, no, do we feel that was a little extreme for half the people to go like
Yeah, a little insane. Like we didn't like literally. If you think about the O's, we didn't get to do anything. We went home, and the X's didn't do anything, and they got to go to the next game. So it's like I was like, man, I wish I was an X. That did
I'm
nothing.
always X.
Oh wait, dude! As soon as they start doing this, I'm like, oh my god, wait! I want to be an X now. Damn it!
Yeah, as an X,
people are
as
like
an X,
doing
I
this
feel
for the
so
O's.
bad.
I was like, that's not as cool.
As an X, I feel so bad. Like it was a bad way to go. I mean, we were only in the dorms for maybe like 20, 30 minutes. I'm not gonna lie.
No, the hack for this season is be an X and do nothing, and then go to the next one and do ball in a cup and be on a winning team, and then go to catch and then stay in the back and do nothing, and then boom, you made it to mingle. Like easy.
Well,
Yeah,
you
until you
can't
get a
say
bad
that for
teammate.
Viper though. Viper had to play.
Viper, yeah.
Viper did.
Viper.
And for the record, that girl looks like she's caught a lot of balls in her day.
Who, Alicia?
Does it look like I catch balls?
I love Alicia. I love Alicia.
She looks like she's caught quite a few balls along the
Well,
way.
they're all saying that just so they got to the end of the
I'm
ball.
not referring to catching.
Yeah, I know. I love Alicia though. I'm telling you, said that. That's hilarious. Man,
I was so bummed that I didn't get to play catch because I'm like, that was so fun to watch. And like, I don't know. I wanted to be in Viper's situation. I'm like, I wanted to be like the furthest and like have one just like someone throw it up and like just see if I can catch it because I'm pretty confident that I could have.
Viper's
And you could have, Giovanni, because you're a baseball player. That would have been easy for you.
Dude, I would have walked in that bitch saying, "Hell yeah, baby!" I would have been going crazy.
The bald cop can catch. He's real good at catching balls from 3 feet away.
Oh my!
He let everybody know too.
Oh yeah. And
oh my god!
Is he the Lauren? Who's the guy you did the podcast with last season? Was it Dan?
Dan, player 204. Yep.
Yeah. Is this bald? Is he Timu Dan? Is that where we're looking at here? Because I've met Dan. I like him. I don't feel like I'd like this guy.
No, I think he's an acquired taste. I like his character for sure. But I would have hated to be. He looked like a problem child in the X room during the count, Giovanni.
This is who, Matt? Are we talking about Matt?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, Matt is just like he just talks. He talks a lot. He likes to be heard.
Yeah,
dude, he yaps, dude. He yaps. He's just loud.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's a little obnoxious, but I mean, in person, he's actually a really cool dude. But in there, dude, I don't know what he was. Maybe for show. I don't know. It was going crazy.
Yeah, it was
But
a lot.
who lets the Twins go to the front? Why is this happening? Why are the Twins in the front? I don't understand.
I know, and people are hating on them. Like the Twins got in the front. Like y'all let them get in the front. What do you mean? Like you can't get mad at the Twins.
And how are you not a part of a twin set?
Yeah.
So I applied super late, and they didn't even ask. Like, there's 8 set of identical twins on the show. I think that I counted. So they didn't even inquire about if I want to play with someone. Inquire about me having an identical twin because I think they were like set. So I'm like, I got a 2 weeks notice, Fairplay, that I was on the show. So it was like I was like very like last minute cast for sure.
So, well, my fiance wants me to do this. So we're watching last night or the night before, maybe both. Who's to say? I don't know. But I ordered the
gongi.
I ordered the whole. You get the whole set for $9 on Amazon. Like,
yeah, gongi.
Like the entire the everything. It's $9.
Yeah.
How about the Dalgona, the cookies? You need to practice that as well because I feel like
I don't want to do the cookies.
You gotta spit in the can, man. You can't spit.
Well, I don't want to do the cookies. I don't have a sweet tooth. Like that sounds like that is more torture than anything. Like a sugar cookie. I'd rather eat a tarantula than a sugar cookie.
That's fair. Which game would you do, Johnny? Which one would be your game?
Well, I would try to do the ball in the cup because that's but I would put my worst person on the ball in the cup. So,
yeah, mind you, there was a guy that messed up so bad. Like I shit you not, he was taking the ball in the cup and he was going like this and trying to get it in.
Maybe he was jerking it off.
He was jerking, man. I'm telling you. But he's a nice guy. But like, yeah, I don't know. But
I would put myself in a base. I mean, like if I was just with a bunch of studs, I'm just like, yeah, ball and cup, let's go. So, but like if I had some dead weight, and you guys could kind of tell, like who the dead weight was. Like if there's some dead weight, it's just like, fuck, I guess I'm doing cards.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'd rather put myself up in cards all day.
Yeah. Like that lady sweating on the cards, I was just like, you've literally there's a layer of water on the table that you're
literally. That's Robin. That's Robin. We almost came back because of that. She was going for cards for 45 minutes, I think.
Oh, and the girls like crumpled up her cards.
I
should have told you guys that I shake a lot. I'm like, you think?
Well, but does crumpling your cards help?
Yes. So
bending a little bit does.
Oh, for real? That's a strategy?
You can
bend. Oh yeah, bend.
You
You want to bend it in so it like can get stuck with each other. Yeah, there's strategy for House of Cards.
The girl on the other team goes like this, sticks easily. Then they told Grace to Grace lick the cards. She takes the cards and she deep throats it. She goes, oh, and deep throats the cards. You can see it with her in the mouth. Oh my!
It's probably the girl that's had a few balls come her way,
catching balls.
But Grace, yeah, but like her personality is even funnier. You should talk to her.
Yeah, no, well, So yeah, well, I'm loving this. I think this is some of the best television on television. I love it. I was, thank goodness, Survivor came with a great merge episode last night. If not, I don't know. Like I would have been negative Nancy on Survivor. I'm trying to be a nice guy about everything. I just love good TV, and I mean, like honestly, like I see you guys crying, and like I don't cry. It takes a lot, but I was getting teared up in the first few episodes, and I was just like, "What is happening? I don't give a fuck about these people."
It's about Mark. How do you feel about Mark? What do you think about Mark?
Who?
Player 100.
100.
Oh god. So I don't know if I think he sent me a friend request on Facebook. He may have just been someone you may know, but I was just like, all right, I'm gonna see how this guy. Like, I don't feel like I need to accept this friend request. Okay, so I'm watching and I'm just like, do I kind of like Mark? And then when it went, like, I'm just like, I am so glad I did not accept that friend request.
Wait, why?
He's a villain.
He's a lot. He's like, I did like the Star Wars of it all. They're like, fuck this dude, and then he's just like, and it's just like, oh wow. So. And I'm a Star Wars nerd, so but like the girls weren't having it. They're like, yeah, I don't watch fucking Star Wars. Shut up. And I'm like,
I know that was kind of like brutal. I'm like, geez.
They're just like, I don't like fun and entertaining things. Like I'm kind of like I just watch shitty TikToks, and that's kind of my life.
Yeah, there's definitely an age gap.
Mark. I love Mark. Mark is the sweetest guy ever. He's awesome.
Yeah. He seemed like a really nice guy. I would cast him 1,000 times.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. They were shitting on him too in catch. They were like, yeah, they're not gonna throw it to you because you look. I was like, damn, like holy.
Because how you look, because how you sound. I'm like, hold up.
That was brutal. That was brutal.
That's getting a little insane. I'm so glad player one, I think it was 125, that was like, hey, we're not doing this. Like,
Dimitri's part of my life.
Because it was 272 that said that, right?
Yeah, Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's the guy. Yeah.
I would have put standing for it.
I would have put Mark a little closer to the front on catch. I mean, I understand protect your own and all that, but it's just like, guys, this guy is not catching a ball 6 feet away. He's not. So I mean, and if you can't catch a ball 6 feet away, you're done.
Yeah, I mean, I would have been going crazy.
Can he throw the ball?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
4 feet.
If I made it the catch, man, I was a baseball player. I would have went in the back. I don't give a fuck. I would have went in the back. But you
Well,
can't go
because you
far
can
back
catch.
because it's not
You have to make
ball.
sure whoever's throwing it to you though, like knows what they're doing as well. Like that's the kicker.
Yes.
Isn't the cheat on catch that you can fucking run up as far as you want? Isn't that the cheat?
So the thing was they had to stay. The thrower had to stay on the dot. But once the ball's up in the air, the guy that's catching can run.
Yeah. So it's just like just throw it halfway.
Throw it in the air. Throw it in the air. There was someone that bowled it. Gee, like throw it up in the air. I don't care.
Yeah, so they have a chance. It's like a pop fly. Also, can we talk about 390? Because that really pissed me off with the whole Viper situation. Because here's my thing.
I want Fairplay's take on this too, actually.
Viper's a good athlete. Excuse me. That's a person you want throwing you the ball because you don't know who the next thrower could be and they could call your name. You want that person throwing you the ball.
Yeah, well, no one's gonna say it, but I'll say it. I don't care. What he did, how he was talking back, he said a lot more stuff than what he actually said, like literally talking about like bad stuff, like talking about race and sexuality. I swear. Yeah, I mean, I'll air that because that's not cool. But he said a lot more, and obviously they're not going to air that. So everyone was pissed at him.
Well, they could have.
That's why he hasn't been anywhere.
They kind of aired it. I mean,
yeah, dude. Honestly, like no one's going to say it because no one. I mean, they're not going to air it. But like, I don't care. To be honest, I don't care. But because that was like the craziest shit I ever heard. What he said was the craziest shit I ever heard. Like that's
so he's like a villain. Like he's just like not a villain, but like just not a good person.
That's why you ever heard from him. That's why you ever heard from him. Yeah.
Interesting.
So
I don't. So
here's my read on that guy.
Dalton.
What's that?
His name Dalton. Yeah.
Yeah. Here's my read on Dalton. I know Viper was just like everyone else like no. I'm going with anyone else but Dalton to catch, regardless if you convince him or not. Like I mean, I'm sure he's caught plenty, but I don't think that guy, like I'm not risking $4 million on that guy's potential ability to catch a ball.
Yeah,
like I'm going with any girl over him
for sure.
Yeah. I mean, because everybody's like. Fine. I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's saying fine. Like, okay, fine. I'll catch a ball for the first time in my entire life. And I'm like, oh no. Like, I mean, like my 8-year-old, she's good at gymnastics. She's good at dance. She's good at soccer. I don't think she's the greatest catcher of all time. I'm rolling my dice on her over this dude.
Yeah.
I was just like, this dude hates. Like his friends make fun of sports ball, like that. Like there's no way. Like ask him to name 3 NFL players other than Tom Brady, and he can't.
I will say though, it was great TV.
Yeah,
great TV at that moment.
Yeah.
Even though he lost,
the fiance were just like. Fuck this, dude. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, Viper had it bad, man. That like just play the game. I mean, you're there to play a game, are you not? He even said it.
That guy was not there to play. That guy knew he wasn't going to win. And it was like, here's my TV moment.
Yeah.
He knew he wasn't going to get a better one. It was as good as he was going to get. He's like, I made it to episode 4.
We're there to play the game. Just catch the damn ball, dude. Like,
and we lost Viper and John T on that, and production's probably like, no, two key players
literally.
right there. Like, dang.
Yeah, literally.
I just don't understand why we didn't have you twin, your twin magic, Bradley. And then it's just like, oh, do we root for the fucking foreign twins or the American twins? Fucking USA, let's go.
Hey, I was fully prepared to make great television, I promise, but I just didn't even get started.
Literally.
Yeah. But
So hold on, there's a guy, a reality TV fan on Instagram brought it up. Of your entire cast, there's one person whose photo is not on the website.
Yeah. They're talking about the Miss England. Yeah, I know exactly what happened. Well, I don't know exactly. I don't know the T, but I just know that she was actually. I don't know if she was actually in the game. Was she an O? Was she actually in?
Yeah, she was an O with us.
I don't know if she
did she like throw a fit after? It was just like, this is bullshit. I didn't sign on my paperwork. Like,
yeah, they probably crossed her off. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you could have possibly done to get yourself off of the cast list. Like, it must have been insane.
Well, no, because I did New York doesn't know this, but I did a show, New York Goes to Hollywood, and they did this deal where she moved to Hollywood, and her assistant invited a bunch of reality TV stars to come to this party. And the gimmick is it's her welcome to Hollywood party. Well, she's expecting Tom Cruise and Tom Hanks and all these people. And then she shows up there and it's these reality stars. She's like, where are these fucking losers here? I'm a fucking star. I'm Hollywood. I don't want to fucking hang out with reality people. Fuck, and then throws a temper tantrum, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So, well, me and Bob Dog got there, Bob Dog from Survivor, and they're like, hey, can you guys do your paperwork real quick? It was like, yeah, we're just going to grab a drink real quick. So when we go to grab a drink, they weren't officially set up. So we go around the side to get a drink. We hear production going over everything in the back. They're like, hey, she's going to come out. She's going to be like, what the fuck is this? These are fucking losers. So me and Bob Dog were just like, yeah, we appreciate the booze, but we're out. And they're like, no, it's fine. It's just like, no, it's not. And they're like, well, we filmed her, right? Bob Dog's like, that's great. I'm a lawyer and we ain't signed nothing. I would love to sue VH1. Let's fucking go. And they're like, and they're like, yeah, we don't have anything signed from them. We got it's just like, all right, peace out. So my handler on the bus for that is one of the main producers of House of Villains.
Oh my God, it's crazy.
Oh, wow.
And he was like,
how that works.
So when we got there, they were like, he's just like, did you say anything in New York about? I'm like, fuck no, I'm not mentioning that shit. He goes, yeah, I wouldn't. I was like, I don't think this plays well. But yeah, always make sure that paperwork's signed if you're in production. So that's the only thing I can imagine is like, like they were finishing up stuff like maybe y'all got, maybe there was one more addendum or something, and she was just like, "Fuck this! I didn't sign it, and I ain't signing it now."
It sounds like maybe it was on the Netflix and not on her end, but I don't know if something changed in her personal life or something like that, where Netflix wasn't interested anymore. I don't know. It had to be something pretty crazy just to not even include her.
I mean, yeah, there's 400 people, and you're just like, yeah, we couldn't get that one picture, and apparently she's Miss England, like she's hot, right?
Yeah,
you're not showing the hot girl.
There was a lot of hot.
Oh, dude, there was so many O's that got out that were so attractive, and we all just like
we all.
That's why you were on the O's. You were like, hey, what's up?
I know exactly who you're talking about too.
Hey, and the bar after we all got eliminated was we all just got like hammered at the bar, and there was some hookups that happened that night. Like that's the tea. Like people are going in each other's rooms, and just like that was a reality show in itself, honestly. But yeah, there was a lot of like there are some big names on the O's that got out that I hope that pop up elsewhere. I'm sure, but yeah. I'm not gonna out my source for this because they're pretty important. So, but MasterChef Junior, with the kids, your parents take you, like, you film for like 3 weeks or whatever, and like, well, one of your parents, one of the two, comes and blah blah blah. Holy, like they had to hire security to guard the hallways and the hotels because the married parents were hooking up with other parents.
Yo, what?
Whoa.
Hey, they'd be crazy out here. They'd be crazy.
They literally had to hire security for the hallways of the hotel. They're just like, look, like you're married. Stay in your fucking room.
Yeah. That's
crazy. That's so wild. Jonny, there's another person that I am sure all of us here want your perspective on. Player 16, Sydney.
Is that the spoiled brat?
She was my teammate.
The pink half on with Giovanni.
I loved her.
Yes.
Great TV.
I loved her. Yeah, I wish I guess they still get it doesn't have to be over. I want to see her on $1 Million Secret.
Oh my God, Sydney. Well, first of all, everything you see of Sydney, like in the interviews and stuff, is exactly who she is.
Yeah.
Like she showed up in like these fuzzy pink boots. Dude, she's awesome. I love Sydney, even though she messed up the entire game, but I love her. Like people are trying to give me the shit on her, and I was not doing that. Like
I don't know why they wasted her on. I mean, sorry, no
shade. I get it.
No shade, but like, if a city walks into my casting, and I'm just like, all right, like, where can we showcase her? So, and I'm sure they were hoping to showcase her on Squid Game, and they did to the greatest extent that they could. Yeah. However, if a Sydney walks in, I mean, maybe she's better and smart. Like maybe we got all we really needed from Sydney, but I'm thinking there's a little more, and I think $1 Million Secret. But worst case scenario, you can put her on Perfect Match.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which I don't want. My issue with Perfect Match is it's kind of like an all-star season of Survivor or Big Brother or any of these things.
All-star everything. Yeah.
It's the show starts on chapter 4.
Yeah, they've all hooked up before already.
They've all fucked, and it's just, and like I mean, like I watched the first Perfect Match, and I'm like, oh, fucking Joey Sasso, and Joey's like, I fucked these 3 girls. I'm like, oh. In what world does Joey Sasso fuck 3 girls ever? Much less on a cast.
Hold on, I gotta move locations real quick. But yeah, Joey, that's hilarious. Perfect Match is just like legit. You said it correct. Like reality all stars where all the hot people meet up in one spot.
But it's chapter 4. When I read a book, I don't start with chapter 4.
No, yeah. Like you want to see it first, like in front of your face.
Yeah, you want to be like, hey, what's your name? You're hot. I saw you on your show. Holy moly! Like, I at peek behind the curtain. I shot my shot in a DM, and they're just like, yeah, I left you on red. Like I can live with that, but that needs to be the beginning and end of whatever chapter before they got there. But I was like, yeah, I fucked 3 of them, and I'm like, all right, well then, yeah, I mean, you're either gonna fuck him again or you're not. and if I'm one of the other dudes, I'm like, I want Joey Sasso scraps. Never.
Oh, hell no.
You got Joey Sasso for like the next 10 years at any reality event. Hey, Eskimo Bros. It's like, oh no.
Not at all.
Chlamydia Bros.
Yeah,
how's the heart going?
That's crazy. Yeah, they were asking me if I ever want to do another show, and I said, yeah, I'll, just for the lore, I'll just do a dating show. Fuck it, just go in there and just, I don't even know. Dating shows are wild.
Yes to everything.
It's gonna be me tonguing a girl down in fucking 4K. Like, what are we doing? But
do I need to do Squid Game?
I would say this to you, Fairplay, that you could. I would say, why not? Like, you've done like 7 TV shows already, but
90.
But be prepared to get the O treatment. Like if you could get sent home. We had a guy on our team that thought because he was on O's that O's was going to win because
it's like, don't even worry about it, guys.
Yeah, I literally
they're not like it's fixed. I'm on this team. Yeah.
So even if you're Fairplay, even if you're on a team, like they could send, you could lose and go home right away, and people may never even know that you did the show. So take that into consideration, or you can have the best time of your life and just coast and make great TV again. Like I would say, yes, you should try and see what happens, but I would never tell people no to not do Squid Game, even though my experience wasn't that great. Like, gotta try.
Could you do the next Squid Game and they just keep your same picture since you didn't really use it?
I could. Yeah, I think that I could do season 3, but I wouldn't do it again.
You got all you needed out of it?
Out of contract, man. I'll hold out for something else, but yeah, Squid Game I'm good on. Yeah. I will encourage people to try it and apply. But I'm like, I wouldn't want to do that.
It's like a step.
Yeah. How many days were you at the hotel after?
Oh, I was on the plane the next day.
Next morning. I was wondering, because I was just like, did you get a run at Sydney?
No, I didn't. Most of us were on. Some people got to stay an extra day, but we're all going home that following morning.
I was there for 3 days because the interviews took forever.
Yeah.
When you have the MIBs in the processor, they take forever.
the floor we filmed in Ireland, and I mean, I think we had filmed for like 12 hours straight, and they're just like, so we can get you on a red eye tonight, or do you want to fly out tomorrow morning? I'm like, motherfucker, I'm drinking. And they're like, okay.
Enjoy it.
And so like, okay, well, you have to talk to the what's the risk team? Is that what they're called?
Welfare, diligence,
Whatever.
welfare.
Yeah. These it's like anyway. So they're like, I'm just like, look, I've done 90 shows. I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm on the first 2 episodes. We're good. Like, no one's really watching this show after the second episode. We're good.
Everyone's tuning out once. Everyone's tuning in for me and then leaving.
I'm like, it's honestly season 4, folks. I mean, like relax. And they're like, all right, cool. And they're like, well, it's 3 people per bus. So we're waiting on 1 more. The next dude comes through, punches the wall. He was just like, I want to hurt myself. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, can we just go? And they're like, you have to wait for a 4th. They did a dinner break, and then they set up. I'm like, no. I need. There's no alcohol here. Like I've got to go right now. But so then the next morning we're on the same fucking shuttle to the airport, and he was just like, we're drinking at the airport. I'm like, yeah, we are. And he was like, where's your flight to? I was like, I have a layover in New York and then back to. He's like, I do too. And so we go. I was like, well, let me check the gate real quick. It's just like, hey, Jonny Fairplay, just wonder if there's any first class. And they're like, oh, sorry, there's only one. He's like, I'll buy it. And I'm like, really?
Sniped.
I waited almost 2 hours to drink because this guy, and then he's gonna swipe or no swiping my fucking first class ticket.
That's wild.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I say go for it though, because honestly, they're still casting.
Yeah.
Me and Robin say hi every now and then. I just don't know if I want to, like, me and Robin Cass have literally been talking for 20 years now.
Wow.
Do I want to shoot my shot on this?
The lore is just crazy, because if you make it, it's just funny. Like, to be honest, it's just like, so the atmosphere is like a prison. It's awesome.
Yeah, but I feel like $1 Million Secret sounds more awesome to me.
$1 Million Secret, I loved it.
Yeah, but I think I forget don't they vote people out? I think you would get voted out so quick because no one would trust you, like, from the jump.
Oh God.
I wouldn't trust you, Fairplay. If I was playing, I
heard the same thing on Micronesia. I don't go home. Parvati's first boot, I win the game. And these are people, like, literally, Amy wanted to get a restraining order on me after the Vanuatu finale, and she's sitting there crying. She's like, "You can't leave. You're my number one." And I'm like, "What is happening here?" I'm kind of irresistible, guys. I'll be honest with you.
Just it's the charm, I guess. It's the charm.
You know how bored you get out there? I got stories. I'm your fucking TV. That's it. You're honestly sitting there just like, all right, this sucks. I was like, all right. So one time I'm at this Gucci party. Fucking Tom Hanks walks up. He goes, oh my God, I know you. What's your name? I was like, dude, I know you. Bosom Buddies. That's one of my favorite shows. Are you still working or anything ever come from that? He goes, that's why they voted you out. Like, I got a zillion of those.
Holy, that's actually insane, dude.
Who says that to Tom Hanks? This guy.
That's hilarious.
So no, I mean, like, and also, like, if you're looking for a shoulder to cry on, I'll laugh at you. That's awesome. Good.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
So if I'm looking for a shoulder to cry on, you're gonna fall for it because you're stupid.
Oh yeah.
It's good. It's a good combo.
Especially my ass if I ask again if you're Eric's dad 15 times.
Yes. Eric would actually walk around and tell you that I'm his dad.
Yeah, he lies out of his ass. Yes.
Yes. He produced. I did a North Myrtle Beach Survivor charity event. He was the producer, and he comes there. He's just like, dude. He's like, I don't give a fuck about it. Like, he goes, I am following you. It's just, I'm like, and I basically gave him the 101 on how to. And I was like, you want to do something that's never been done? He's like, yeah. So we had to go film my confessionals, and I was like, fuck these motherfuckers. I was like, film the confessional with them fucking behind me and me just calling them fucking morons. Let's go.
That's hilarious. Funny.
And he was like, holy shit. I'm just like, yeah. And so I had a pretty crazy plan, but everyone were coward. Like, I sabotaged my tribe, of course. And I was just like, look, if you guys have anything, fucking give me an idol or something. I was like, I will continue to fuck these people over. And they're just like, I don't know, can we trust him? I'm like, and like one of the challenges, I'm like, I literally destroyed my entire, standing behind them, destroyed them with a paint gun. I'm like,
shit. I gotta watch out for this guy, dude. Holy shit!
Fucked over at like there's it's scorched earth. We're done. Like, what do you? I don't know. Do you think we can trust him? I'm like, what is there not to trust? I'm a man without an island.
Holy shit! Watch out for this. But you ever get in the game with this motherfucker? Watch out! Holy shit!
I'm pretty tough. Ask Joe Rogan.
Jesus,
great TV though.
Oh, always great TV, no matter what. I mean, even if you're just there for a little bit of time, that's why we're saying I think Squid, you're going to be shown.
They're gonna put you on.
I'll hit up. I'll shoot a message to Robin and see if she thinks season 3. So because I thought Figgy did pretty good on season 1.
She did.
Oh yeah.
So.
I will say, since you're talking about Robin, like the casting for this is so good because like even if O's stayed, like we would have had a good show. And like we have enough interesting people, like there's a good mix. So like they do such a good job casting, and like production's like a well-oiled machine. Yeah. And it's an Emmy nominated show, Fairplay. So like
well, so when you guys split between X's and O's, were they like, we need a few more people over here?
It was uneven. It was uneven. I mean, I think there was a lot more O's than X's, and they gave us time to switch over. Actually,
but they were like, you're kind of like we need a few more good-looking people over here. We need a couple.
I was standing in front of O's.
We need a couple Uggos over here. Like, did they say, hey, you? They're like, me. No.
Well, not you.
Not you.
I guess I wasn't good enough for the X's, man. I'm chopped cheese.
Yeah.
Chopped cheese.
No, everything was very fair.
They were just like, hey, whatever it fucking is, it fucking is.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is super risky, right? From a production standpoint and casting standpoint, because you're like you're losing half the cast. So like you have to be confident that like your casting is solid because it was super fair how like we determined the teams, but
So wait, and for those that are wondering about the fairness of shows like this, I can tell you, and I can't imagine with 4 point whatever $1 million on the line, they're governed by the FCC. So the master tapes, like all this footage is sent to like they're reviewing everything to make sure that there's no manipulation, but it's just like, oh, let's, they might have to do a reshoot, just to get it again, but they're not changing it's just like, oh, well, fucking wasn't Bradley an X? I think it was an X. Like they can't do that.
Oh yeah, there was rumors. The following morning, people were saying stuff like, "Oh, they took some X's or they took some O's and put them everything X's." I'm like, no, like people were just like speculating stuff like that. And I was like, no, they can't do that.
They can't. As I said, because if they do want like challenge 1, like on fucking counting one thing that's fucking bullshit, there's 400 people that can sue for $4 million.
Yeah. The thing is, people were in my comments saying, "Oh, it's staged. Oh, it's staged." And I was like, "No, it's not." They're like, "Yes, it is." I was like, "Okay, you're in there. You fucking like Jesus Christ! Like you guys are in there or something?" Like I'm confused. Yeah. Like there was never a time I felt that they were in there and it was staged. There was a time that one of the O's came in our group chat and he was like listing everything that how it's staged, and I strictly said, "I was like, hey guys, you want to see a magic trick?" And I kicked him from the group chat. Like, dude, like
that's the way you have to do it.
Not the bitter O's. The bitter O's they're out there. They're out there.
I just don't think it was staged, and there was never a time where I thought it was like like staged. I mean, they could do anything. I mean, they could show anybody like airtime. You know what I mean? That's just how it is, and they can manipulate kind of just like what is edited. Like I mean, we wrote a contract saying that shit where like whatever they record, they can manipulate it. So, but
like I said, they don't need to manipulate. Like the games itself are the stars of the show.
Yeah, the games of the show. we lost our we watched the first night. I think we made an episode and a half in. And we had got back from Boca, where I successfully defended the Cruiserweight Championship of the world. And it's like 3:00 in the morning. Fiance is like, I got a tap, and I'm like, all right. So yesterday, we do our NFL podcast, we do the Survivor podcast. It's midnight. She was like, why am I still awake? I'm like, because we're watching some Squid Game. And she's like, let's go. And so we're watching, and we fucking mingle. We're like, let's fucking go.
Mingle was bad. Mingle was
So
bad.
good.
Mingle was so bad. No, they didn't show it. But it was really bad.
Mingle was the shit on the last season of fucking Squid Game.
Right.
But I'm
the
saying
drama,
the problems inside of it, they didn't show a lot of shit, obviously. But the reason that they protested, there's a lot more shit than what they didn't show. People were like, oh, they're being babies for not playing. There was so much shit that they did not show that got them to that situation where they held hands and they didn't want to play. It got bad. But entertainment wise,
I love the closing of the door on fucking people and it's like, we're good. And you see, it's like, we need to. It's like, fuck these people. And I'm just like, oh my God, it's the fucking TV show.
They even held somebody inside where the door was open because they were trying to get out. Exactly.
And crying.
This is for $4.56 million. And mind you, I'm like a pretty big dude. I'm pushing you out the damn room. It's just going to happen. I'm just pushing you out the room.
I love it.
Yeah. When is the last time you've watched like a TV show where it's so exciting to watch and you're like yelling at your television because it's so exciting? Like, I watch a lot of reality TV and there's nothing like Squid Game where you're just like yelling at your TV, rooting for people, because a lot of TV nowadays is kind of like predictable, especially like Big Brother or Survivor.
Yeah, it's tough to root for people in Squid Games because everyone goes eventually. You know what I mean? Because there's only one. There's 456 people.
Well, you get the origin story, and it's just like, all right, are we getting the origin story because they're about to get booted, or because they're going?
You don't know. You never know.
One or the other. And I think they really do that dance very well, because I was like, oh, I like this. I'm like, oh no, she's a boot, right? And she's like, I don't know, maybe she does good. I'm just like, well, she's not really a team player. And she's like, I don't think you have to be a team player on Squid Game. And I'm like, all right, fair.
Matt.
And then we get the cop, and I'm like, oh, please let this. And then I'm like, oh no, and now we have more.
Okay, so we have 42 players left, right? And I'm wondering if someone's going to pop
44?
up.
Because wasn't Shelly was immune?
Shelly and Kate, yes, they're both immune.
Got to pick somebody to also be immune from the game, but they didn't.
No, just them two. Oh yeah, Shelly got to pick, and Shelly picked Kate, so it's just them two.
Yeah, they didn't show
someone that didn't have to play Mingle.
No,
yeah, got it from the doll.
Yeah, the doll that Shelly got, she gave it to Kate.
Oh my gosh, how lucky! Wow.
Oh yeah, I mean, I can only imagine you're just chilling while the chaos completely ensues.
It's weird they didn't show it though, you know what I mean? Because they're just not showing a Mingle at all.
Because it's important. Because I'm sitting here after the episode goes, I said they're saying there's 42, but I know her ass is back chilling in the dorm, which is 43. So it wasn't mathing, and no way in hell they're letting you sit out for 2 games in a row.
But now it makes sense, because when they show Mingle, you're going to show them two together because she picked her. They're going to face each other, and you're going to be like, wait, when did they pick each other? You know what I mean?
Right.
So
I think they're going to be stuck together for marbles or whatever.
Marbles, sorry, that's not Mingle. Marbles, yes.
Yeah. God, and Marbles is so like once again, you watch the fucking show, and just like, no, because like so many people there, it's just like, we're holding hands, the game is over, like, okay, and I'm like, no, now's not a good time to hold hands with someone you like. Now is the worst time in the world to
savage.
I think it would have clicked for me when I heard that there was an even number and no one's getting eliminated. And I'll be like,
I'm like, where's an old lady? Dude. Find me an old lady right now. Find me an old lady in here with no thumbs.
Because everyone's matched up. Because father-daughter's matched up, brother-sister's matched up. There's so many duos.
Eric and his friend from
Eric and Melissa.
Eric and Melissa are matched up. Yeah.
And that was like, because they got leaked or whatever. It got showed that they were actually friends before, and no one actually knew that either.
But who cares? I mean, it's just no cares, oh my God, they were friends before. I'm just like, I'm pretty sure the father-daughter were friends before.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but it's just another thing that Eric lied about, which is hilarious.
It's
But
an advantage though, because it's an unknown duo that is going into the game, so it's a huge advantage for them. Whereas the other ones are visible.
But but if you just pay, like, they're literally together, like, not like even if they just met, it's the same as the father-daughter.
Yeah,
right.
They're not like, even when it's just like, I'm going to work the room. It's like, all right, I'm going to work the room and then come right back to you in 15 minutes and then hang out with you for the next 4 hours.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
so it's just like, oh my God, could you believe they were working together? Yeah.
Right.
Do you all think that we've seen the winner yet, or is there going to be like new edits that people that like pop up, like as far as like key players? Or I don't remember when Mai showed.
Episode 4 was when Mai fully started coming into the fold.
Okay.
So it's really tough to say right now who could
But
potentially win this game.
I love not knowing. Like,
You don't know? You don't know?
No, I don't want to know.
No. So, but I love. I think it works either way. I mean, I love a story, but I mean, what's called like Survivor, the new season. They just had the merge last night, and there were multiple people that were going to tribal for the first time this entire season, and we're at the fucking merge, and I'm just like, okay, there's a possibility that based on the edit, because you can't tell a story that isn't there because they haven't gone to fucking tribal, that someone that never went to tribal is winning this game, and we're starting with episode 7 telling their fucking story. That is a flaw in the in the concept of the game, where because they are the challenges are not the stars of Survivor. The survivors are.
Yeah.
Squid Game, the challenges are the stars.
Yeah. For sure.
So we can tell these little sub stories, but like at the end of the day, in the final 2 episodes, I'm going to be given enough to where I'm going to be happy, I'm going to be pissed off, or I'm going to cry on that final challenge with 2 episodes, because I'm watching for Mingle and I'm watching for marbles. Yes, I care about the father-daughter. Like it's just like, no, like, but I don't think I want it any other way. I want father-daughter marbles. That's
definitely.
I mean, if the TV show is just, a bunch of people found the little old lady to fucking crush in marbles, that's a shit show.
Yeah. The sets are insane, by the way. They're crazy. The Mingle set was crazy.
Do they use the same sets from the TV show, or is all redone?
All redone in a different facility. Yep, they moved.
So where do they film this?
Bradley? Oh wait, like what location?
Yeah, like in London, on some soundstage in like in London. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
sets are nuts. Exactly how you see them, like recorded, is exactly how they look. There's no, I don't even remember seeing any CGI in that. It's crazy. Yeah,
it's beautiful. It's so, as I said, I just popped so hard. Like literally, I could have gone to bed last night at fucking 2:30 a.m. Been perfectly happy with my life, and it's like fucking Mingle's like shut the front door.
Mingle was I personally wish I got to Mingle. Like Mingle was like the number one thing that was on my list. Like that shit is just crazy.
So I almost forgot. Like I'm just like, oh no way. I'm just like, they can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So are there people that are like, when you get killed, they're just like, yeah, and kind of like half-ass it, or even refusing? They're just like, no, I'm not fucking going down. It's like, you're fucking dead, mother. No, I'm a zombie. I'm gonna keep playing.
during pentathlon, I didn't see anybody that was going crazy. I know there was a situation within pentathlon that someone was like protesting, and it got pretty intense and really argumentative.
Yeah,
but
there's a couple where I expected to see them dead and I didn't. Just like they're doing the, but am I really dead? It's like, yeah, you're really dead, motherfucker. If your thing fucking goes off, I mean,
yes, like I don't know. There's obviously they come back to the hotel and say a bunch of shit, you know what I mean? But I only heard one mishap that was like pretty pretty messed up, and they didn't even show that game, so that makes sense. So.
Okay. I thought it was odd that there are some people that died that like, and we heard them die, but we didn't physically see them.
Yeah,
die.
I'm guessing they did like the over the top shit, and they're like, "This game ain't about you, motherfucker. Even in death, It's just like
I don't know. I think they like over the top. Maybe it probably wasn't dramatic enough. Maybe I don't know. But I was like,
I think there's a fine line. I can see if
Yeah.
someone's doing it.
No, but they wanted us to do that. They literally want us to do that. They want
Yeah,
us
but I mean, but like, you know, and then 10 minutes later, it's just like, all right, we're
dude. When I died,
we're not doing.
when I died,
they barely sliced a major artery. I've been applying pressure, so actually, it does make sense if this goes 11 minutes. And they're like, no, we're not. No, we're not.
when I died, I was on the ground for maybe 15 minutes. They were like, stay on the ground so we get the shots. And I'm like, bro, like I just lost $4.56 million. You want me to lay on the ground for 15
F my
minutes?
life. Yeah.
I got the smelly ass ink on me. Mind you, it is just gross. And I was just like, oh shit, like I'm so over this. But they did a pretty good job, I think, with everything, to be honest, other than like, you know, being iced out for a while. But
Yeah. I love it. Like, I mean, like as I said, like last night, 2 nights in a row, I've just been so happy. And yes, I live a great life, but it's really great to be happy 2 nights in a row at 2:30 a.m. and with my clothes on.
yeah. Holy
Oh, buckle up. There's 5 more dropping on Tuesday next week.
crazy.
I'm a little
4 on Tuesday, right? Or is it 5?
No, I think it's 5. I think it's 4,
No,
5,
it'd
1,
be
right?
4 because episode 9 comes out the 18th.
Yeah, 4.
It's
4.
not 10. It's
4,
not
4,
10
and
this
1.
season.
No, it's 9. The finale is
Okay.
the 18th.
Perfect.
because
Well,
they killed 500 people on the first
I know.
challenge.
Like fast forward, kill everybody. Episode 1. Yeah.
They just
How many people was
they
that?
just want to be like super ruthless, and I think they did a good job with the first game. I'm not gonna lie. That was
You know what?
brutal, dude.
As much as I kind of hated it, I kind of loved it because like you scared some I guarantee there's some people just like I'm not gonna really fucking do shit for fucking like 3 days and then I'm gonna blah, blah, and then like it was like okay, so we're playing. All right, we're
hey guys, welcome to Squid Games. Never mind. Goodbye. See you later. Like that's so messed up, dude.
Yeah,
But it's entertaining.
The mass execution on is pretty iconic. That to kill a whole room, even though sucks for me, but I was just like, that was pretty cool.
I mean, it's something to talk about on social media. People were like, "Holy shit, they killed half the people in a one single." And legit, how long was it? 7 minutes? In 7 minutes, they killed half the people. That's
it pop. I have a question though. I want to run something by you. If they ever did this again in the future, would y'all be against if every single person got their own individual button and was counting themselves, and then they calculated by who were the closest ones? Could they do that?
I think it would be a lot for production for that, to be honest.
There is the technology. So
I mean, I wouldn't be against it if I got to push a button and have some sort of say in what my fate is.
It's in your fate.
Yeah.
You were cool with the fucking nurse that started 10 seconds. You're like, yeah, we should be good. No.
Yeah. Hey, you missed that part of the combo. Hell nah. Hell nah.
No, because when the guy was just like, I'm a musician, I'm just like, right there. There's your answer.
That's beautiful.
Right.
Yeah, literally.
Right. We had a musician and we didn't even use them. And this girl starts going, dun, dun. I'm
well, the funniest part, they were like, go. And she's like,
she literally
she was waiting for them to code.
The twin goes, oh, now she's just counting.
Right.
Yeah. It was a disaster before we even started.
To do that to count.
And you cannot be consistent. 456 times doing this consistently. No, it's not going to happen. It was we all of us were like, whoa.
Yeah, I mean, mind you, if you're doing 456 seconds worth of chest compressions, I don't think they're alive, to be honest.
And why wouldn't you do what I would do? I would have the musician or someone that I felt was competent, but I would prefer musician. And I would have 4 people and I would count to 100 4 times. I'd be like 1, 2, I get to 100, boom. And that person holds their hand. That's 100. And then 1, because 432, 430. I'm just like, why are you saying 4? No, it's 1. Like keep the cadence at 2 syllables.
That's why we had a 4-man group around the musicians. He was singing a Linkin Park song, by the way. I don't know which one it was, but he was singing a Linkin Park song. And we had a cross checker. I think she was like, I don't know if she was a musical producer. She was like a music producer or something. And she was counting as well, but she was doing like the, like this, we can start all over, where it's just like, like a few hundred seconds. We had a pretty good setup. I'm not going to lie.
Right.
I don't know if you were here before, but the musician was actually an O at first, and then he switched over to the X's.
Yeah, because always X.
Yeah.
Always X. I know.
It's not Malcolm O.
It's not DO, it's DX.
I'm right.
Right.
Johnny, before you got here, someone actually was at the O's, went over to the X's, and then went back to the O's.
That's brutal.
Just brutal.
Tragic.
Absolutely.
I do not support that. So I will tell you a behind the scenes story, and I'm gonna out one person. I'm not gonna out the person. So, but talking with Mark Burnett, and we're just like, hey, on a big round number season, how about you bring 50 people, you bring 100 people, and you have a challenge, and the first 20 people to make it, they're on.
Wow.
And he goes, and I'm not going to say the person's name because it's just mean. And this was Mark Burnett. So that's this person, we get their feelings very, very hurt. And they're like, and this person won the game. There's a small clue. He goes, Fairplay, do you think I want 20 fucking blanks on this fucking cast? Because that's what it gets fucking stuck with. 20 of that motherfucker boring us to fucking tears.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
I was like, wow. I was like, I thought you guys liked that person too. So, but I'll tell you after who it is. But yeah. So and I was just like, you know what, guys got a point.
Wait, someone in our games?
No, Survivor.
Survivor. Okay.
So that was the pitch. Is like, let's just do a mega challenge. And he was like, no. He was like, he goes, I don't need a show of 20 athletes.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So he's like, I want a Jonny Fairplay. I want a Sandra. I want. So Sandra's not finishing the top 20 Fairplay. And I'm like,
if they cast any more villains, I know we're not talking about Survivor right now, but like, don't get me. We love some villains, and like, I want to see more on Survivor, but.
Maybe 53. I don't know. There's a show called House of Villains, guys. Watch it. I'm House of Villains All Stars. I'm back. I got the tattoo. I'm definitely back. Okay.
It's very good.
I got the Australian tribe tattoo. I got the House of Villains tattoo.
Did you say you came back? Did you come back for House of Villains 3?
No.
Oh, I thought you said you came back.
No. For Rumor and Innuendo, 5 is All Stars.
There you go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. That's crazy how you went
and potentially filming 4 and 5 back to back.
That's crazy how you went on so many shows. That's insane.
Oh, Giovanni, listen, when Fairplay was on Fear Factor, there's a moment alone that you have to catch, and it's
like this woman. I get in this couple's head so fucking bad. She punches me. And Joe's like, whoa, just because your fucking husband punches you doesn't mean you. And he's like, whoa. And he gets in Joe's face. Joe puts him in a front face lock, tackles him to the ground.
I remember this.
Tuck down and fucking break it up. It's crazy. And then here's the beauty. No one knows this part of the story. So afterwards, Jonathan calls me. He goes, yeah. He goes, you saw that shit? I was like, yeah, it was crazy. And he's like, well, you're kind of. I'm like, I don't know. I was just there, dude. We're making TV. I don't know. And he's like, well, I just filed assault charges on Joe Rogan. I was like, really? He's like, yep, just left the police department. I was like, okay, cool. The next phone call Jonathan gets is NBC. They're just like, did you just file assault charges on Joe Rogan? He's like, yep. And they're like, and did you tell him what happened today? They're like, yep. They're like, did you go into detail? And they're like, yep. They're like, you're in violation of your confidentiality agreement. We're going to sue you for $5 million unless you drop the charges.
Yeah.
Holy,
that's NBC. Nah.
I was like,
not gonna happen.
All
Yeah,
is well in the world. Joe Rogan doesn't go to jail.
I would wish to experience shit like that. Like that's crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's all me. Just do a quick Google search, Jonny Fairplay Fear Factory, or YouTube. You will enjoy it. It's
I wish I
good.
could get on another show.
the young bucks are just discovering it now. They're like,
Yeah, we
"Did
gotta
you know
teach
that
them.
you did
Hey,
this?"
man, that was
And I
the first. That was the first time I ever applied for a reality TV show. To be honest, Bradley, would you do another show, dude? I would love to do another one.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would be I'm selective about like what I would. I wouldn't just do anything.
I would.
Traders, I would love. Get me on traders.
I
Like
wouldn't give a shit, dude.
Did you
civilian
apply?
traders. Do what?
Did
You
you apply
applied?
for the civilian traders?
I did. Yeah.
Okay, but you know they're going to use it against you that you fucking did this shit.
I
Yeah,
know.
because the whole contract is.
Well, that's what $1 million.
Secret.
Yeah, that's what that happened. But it's also Netflix, so I thought it was going to be okay. But no, because it hasn't aired. They're like, we don't know if you're featured or what. But I'm like, what does it matter? Because I'm like, it's Netflix. But
No, if you're featured, I feel the door is open. Like, I mean, like you can literally just be like, I'm not on the show.
Yeah.
Right.
right. Oh, now
Literally.
100%. Now
Yeah.
that I have seen it, I'm like, oh no, we're good.
Your show
Yeah.
for like 2 seconds.
But
That's
I kind of would have said that anyways if I were you.
that's what I'm
I'm
saying.
a-
Even if you didn't know.
I'm so. Oh no, I did. I definitely implied.
Well, I
it.
mean, did you do a confessional?
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I knew. Oh yeah, I knew that I wasn't going to be featured or shown.
They didn't just do confessional. Well, I mean,
No, they gave select
because
people.
they knew they're getting rid of half of you already. So they're like, why are we going to waste time doing confessionals? I mean, because that film costs money.
Yeah, they did a select amount of people. Some people just got like the like the wearing the gear, I don't know what they're called, and then the processing where it's just like their story. But like,
So you have to take off your clothes and go get done up for your confessional.
yeah, for the processing room, yeah, you had to wear like clothes that like represent you or something. They made me like I was in like a big jacket.
Like
they made me wear,
during the
like, a
game,
tighter
you have
shirt.
to leave and change back out.
No, we actually left, and then when we came back, they already had our clothes there. Like they had another set of clothes there, so they had these clothes in there already. Like we already changed, by the way. We were in our processing room clothes, and then they just gave us this to go record it. But
like
Yeah.
for the like, I mean, like so Sid
yeah,
does her confessional before
after she's eliminated.
after she's eliminated. She does.
Yeah.
confess.
all the interviews are, if you're still in the game, obviously like they pull you to the side, but the processing rooms are all after the games.
Okay, wow. You know what? Because there's a sometimes people give you the boo boo face, like when they're after.
Mhm.
There's been some upbeat confessionals that you feel like like they're about to start. It's like I'm pretty excited about to start the game, and it's just
And I'm
like
already out.
and you're already out.
That's what was mine. Yeah, in mine, that's what it was like. They were like, "Oh, like what's your game plan?" I'm like, "Dude, I'm already eliminated. Like, how am I supposed
Yeah,
to talk?
and they're like,
How am I
no.
supposed to talk in like present tense right now?" But it was weird because I showed up in like a big coat, and they're like, "No, they want the muscle shirt." So they got me in this tight ass shirt.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Are you guys trying to get me on a dating show or something? Like, what's going on?" I can barely.
Yeah, I
breathe.
saw that. I had a question. Did they make that in a men's size too?
Yeah, no, yeah. Mhm. No, I was wearing a tight kid shirt too. I was wearing a crop top. They got me in a crop top.
I was just curious.
Yeah, but like the contract is like really crazy. So like applying for another show would be like stupid difficult unless they contact you.
Yeah,
But for you, like for Bradley, it'll be different. You know what I mean?
yeah, Bradley.
Yeah,
I
for me,
feel like you're safe. I feel like you could say I was not on Squid. I mean,
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
I don't even know if it's on your IMDb.
What? No,
I don't even
it's
know.
not.
I mean, right?
No, I know that I'm good. Like I feel even confident, like not even including it and stuff. Like
Yeah.
I'm such a rule follower too, but like at this point, like I'm just like,
Are you gonna take it off your socials?
I bet that they will probably have me do that if I get like interviewed or whatever, and I totally would. Like, yeah.
I feel like I would take it off before, like if you're going to something that you really want, I feel like I would take it off.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
I've already thought about that too.
I mean, for you,
I mean,
you
it sucks because it's cool that I mean, like, hey, you're special enough that you were chosen. However, I mean, you know, like,
but I'm like, and fair, but I wish I was like that. Most people were like, but it just, at least you got to do it. It's kind of cool. But I'm like, for me, I'm like, no. Like, I know people that have won this shit. Like, and like, nah, it's not cool. So, but that's why people were upbeat in their interviews, their post interviews, because most people there are just happy to be there. When they get shot, they're smiling. And like, for me, I'm just like, nah, no, I don't like that. But
every right to be pissed too. You know what I mean? The thing is, you going in there with the mindset of I'm there to win the game. I think some people go in with the mindset I'm just happy to be here and just
there's too many people
as long
like
as I can.
Yeah. Oh, the floor, like they were filming like 16 hours a day. The little old ladies, they were just like, they're like, I had no idea. This show is about endurance. Fucking pick me, I will lose on purpose. I cannot stand up anymore. Like their feet were swollen, like they were like they were just like, please pick me. And I'm just like, great, man. I was just like, let me pick the attractive athletic black girl. It's like, I can stand here 12 days. I don't give a fuck. And I'm like, I knew that. I just thought that I knew.
There were people that told me that, like, oh, at least I just want to do like one challenge and then I'm good. Just to tell my kids that I did this show.
Never.
And of course, I see some of those people did like make it kind of far. It pisses me off, but no, I'm not mad or pissed or bitter at all. Like, it's just like, it's TV, right? It's like reality TV. Like, that's the hand that you get dealt. But I'm like, I'm just hoping like something else, like I can get maybe like a show that has a cast of like 12 people or 20.
Yeah.
456.
I don't know. I mean, you've been on a bunch of shows. How long did it take you to get on another one after like a big one?
Fair play. What was your second reality? You did Survivor like back to back, right?
My first show was Survivor in 2003, and then I signed a 2-year deal with TNA Wrestling for $300,000, and then I did Camp Reality and Kill Reality, and then I did a bunch of pilots for VH1. And then I did Celebrity Poker Showdown, Celebrity Fear Factor, Celebrity Bull Riding. I had just won Celebrity Bull Riding, and they called me for Celebrity Rehab. And I'm just like, I don't need rehab. And they're just like, yeah, but your friends China and Mary Carey are here, and we had somebody drop out, and we need a celebrity. And I'm just like, but I don't have a problem. They're like, you can make up one. I'm like, I'm not fucking making up a fucking problem for fucking rehab. And I was like,
hang out with China?
And I was like, and B, I don't want to hang out with Mary Carey and China not drinking. That sounds like fucking torture. So I turned that one down. I turned down a few. They approached me for the first All-Stars, but I wasn't like they're like I was my stepdad at the time, his lake house, the Smith Mountain Lake, he had bought it from the guy that invented the pop top on the soda can. No. So I am like, this place had like 9 refrigerators. Like, it was fucking nuts. And I was beat up pretty bad from the show, and surviving 38 days on an island. And so he was like, hey, you can stay here as long as you want, and so they called me. They're like, how you doing, Fairplay? I'm like, look at my wounds. They're like, oh, we're just checking. I'm like, I'm good. I just want to stay here at this fucking lake out. And they're like, all right. And, and I didn't know they were just like, hey, you got another one in you, like back to back. And then totally went over my head. Like I just did not understand the concept of, hey, we're bringing people back. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm good doing what I'm doing. Don't bother me. Have a good day. Like,
that's crazy. That's
so good. Say. Yeah. So, but yeah, no, I'd have right off the bat. I mean, as I said, that TNA deal was insane because they were just like, anything you get calls for, you can do. Like, your contract's open to where you can.
That's insane. I don't want to keep hammering your question, but like, we're rookies, so like, I'm super curious. Like, dude, what do you like to get on another show? Like, what is it like? What do you have for tips wise to get on another show? I know it's like the whole contract.
Build a time machine. Yeah. Create the flux capacitor.
The contracts are crazy, dude.
That is the best advice. Construct the flux capacitor is the best bet. So no, I mean, like back in the day, there weren't that many shows, which sounds like a negative, but it's not, because
you were like on the golden era of like reality TV when it was just like new. Now everything
they fucking like the which called like E had the show Celebrities Uncensored, and it's like out tonight was Paris Hilton and Tara Reid and Jonny Fairplay, and I'm just like, okay.
All right.
So it's like Jonny Fairplay rocking his Puma tracksuits. And I'm like, yep. Jonny Fairplay back in the bowl, walking out of the club. Yep.
That's crazy.
All right, Fairplay, are you going, speaking of like reality people, like are you going over to is it called Over the Edge now? The Orlando?
It's Over the Edge. Yeah, that's what they changed it to. Yep.
Yeah.
So I've been like the last 8 years.
I was wondering if you're going to be wrestling there, because I remember we went to watch Maddie or Grayson Waller last time I went to whenever it was
NXT
it was before.
Or Hearts of Reality,
Hearts of Reality, yeah. But yeah, I think like I kind of want to go. I think it might go this year, like as a fan, because there's a lot of like.
So I was with the owner of Boca Raton Championship Wrestling after the matches. Actually, I stayed in town Monday night and went out. Actually, I ended up with Chris Jericho's son later that night. How insane is my life?
That's random.
And so, but we were out to dinner, and I was just like, "Hey, are you doing the matches at the Over the Edge?" And he was just like, "No one got back to me." Blah blah blah. And I was like, "All right, let me call Omar." So I called Omar, and I was like, "Hey," he was like, "I can't talk," and I was like, "All right, well, BRCW doesn't know if the matches aren't blah blah blah." And he was like, "Yeah, he left me on red," and I showed, and he was like, "Oh, so BRCW messed up." So they're trying to put everything together. If they do, I'm supposed to have a match against Bull James.
Who? Wait, I'm not familiar with that.
He used to be Bull Dempsey in NXT. He's like
400
pounds.
Oh, yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. So yeah, so that's
that. Giovanni, I would recommend, like, I would look into that if I were you, like, just like, because if you want to get like linked up in like the reality world and just like meet people that have done Big Brother and Survivor, like that, those are like just cool people to meet.
Yeah.
This is over the first time ever being like integrated in the whole reality.
Yeah. I'll send you the details. If I go, I'm just going to be like, I'm going to go just to be on a fly on the wall and just be a fan or whatever. But
you're not gonna wear your shirt.
My shirt. You want me to wear this?
I will. I would say Giovanni can. For me, like I'm not about that life. I'm not.
No,
you'll be wearing your Grayson Waller shirt and calling it a
Same. This was the first time I ever applied for a reality TV show, and it's just crazy that I got it. I mean, but it is a big cast though. So I'm talking to some people, so maybe they give me on another one. But I mean,
you were on the promos. No, you're good. You're good.
I would follow up to try to get on a dating show, and I would hit up your Netflix people and say I want on Perfect Match.
Yeah.
So or whatever. What's the competition?
But I heard they're filming right now though, so it's too read past that. Maybe next season, but
I mean they don't have an expiration date for these things.
Yeah, I know. True.
Yeah. I mean,
it's track or whatever. You know what I mean?
Is there someone from season 2 Squid Game that's on the current season?
I believe so. There were rumors that are there now.
Okay.
Really quick, there are rumors, but I mean, it is what it is. But like, I would love to go on another competition show too. But
yeah,
I mean, obviously you've done it so many times. But when you're in there, you just fall in love with it. Like,
yeah. What's the camp show?
Battle Camp.
I think it's dead. From what I'm hearing, I don't think they're bringing it back.
Don't put Shuby on your first competition show.
I mean, listen, that's the problem. They give them a crack and then they ended up dying out. Would you ever do? They revamped the Fear Factor. I heard
about that. I did hear about that. Would I do it? Just to know that I experienced it, to be honest, even though it's terrifying.
But that's not that's Robin Cass, which is good, but it's not Netflix, right?
Yeah,
not Netflix.
Yeah. I think you're stuck in this Netflix time warp for a while.
And you're young, and I would hold out for something a little bit better than Fear
Hopefully,
Factor,
we'll see.
maybe.
But,
Dating show. I think dating show is your avenue.
Well, no, Bradley. The Fear Factor is now you live in. It's like Big Brother, but with challenges.
House of Horrors. That's what they call it. The trailer actually dropped for it. It looks insane.
Yeah, it's Johnny Knoxville, and it's like Big Brother now. It's not
Johnny Knoxville. That would be cool. Him as a host, but
but it's not.
I would never do a show like that for sure.
It's not like the one-offs. Like before it was like one episode, and then we did the celebrity edition, so it was 3. We did 6 challenges, 3 episodes, or whatever. So, but this is like it's like 13 episodes. You're living in a house, and then there's challenges.
What's your take, Fairplay, on doing like a rookie season of like a season 1 of Fear Factor? Like, do you wait and let's see if it does good, and then I'll do season 2, or do you think it's like worth like taking the leap?
Well, Fear Factor is they've already filmed season 1, so but no, I like being on. If something's good and it's hot, you want to be there, and you want to be the thing they remember from that. So then, if season 3, they're bringing people back, or season 4, it's just like, hey, remember the motherfucker that started this shit? That's me.
Yeah.
So versus, season 2 is like, oh, Fairplay just did his Bradley impression from season 1. so for season 3, do we want to do Fairplay doing his Bradley impressions, or do we want Bradley?
Right. Yeah.
And there's always new shows coming out. It keeps on rolling, because I know there's the Willy Wonka thing for Netflix that is in the works.
Well, I heard that Netflix is going really big on dating shows now.
Yes,
that's what I heard as well.
I heard that was the big thing. So I mean, I don't know if they're going to make something new. I mean, they already tried with like that whole like X thing or something. I don't know what it was.
Pop the bubble. That was great. Pop the balloon.
They put Chase on Pop the Balloon, and that went.
The first episode was Johnny Bananas.
I love Johnny Bananas. Yeah. Well, I watched
that was painful television.
Terrible. It was very painful to watch. It hurt.
Yeah.
Giovanni, are you a challenge fan?
I love the challenge, dude. Yeah, I love the challenge.
Oh, you have to go to Orlando. You have to go to Orlando then for sure.
Yeah, dude.
There's a lot of challenge people that go 100%.
You should go on the cruise.
Oh my gosh. No, it's not happening.
It's tanked. Yeah, like something. I didn't even read the whole story, but I'm like, I wasn't surprised.
Firefest of the Sea is what they're so. No, the gimmick was I guess they did a Survivor one and a Big Brother one, and the next was the challenge one. And then so fans were spending like $3,000 to $4,000 to go on this cruise with Johnny Bananas and Cara Maria, Mark Long, and all these guys. Well, we're getting close to the event, and Johnny Bananas is like, hey, I was promised an appearance fee. I want half that up front, or I'm off this thing. And he was like, oh, I'll get back to you. He's like, okay, well, this is shady. And he was like, you know what? Fuck this. Let me just check something. So he called Royal Caribbean, and he was like, hey, I just want to confirm that I have a room. And they're like, nope. And he was like, okay, I'd like to confirm that Mark Long has a room. And they're like, nope. I'd like to confirm that Cara Maria has a room. And they're like, nope. He was like, all right. So the night before we fly into the hotel, he was like, hey, just want to confirm my hotel. And they're just like, well, we're sold out. And no, you don't have a room. And he was just like, okay, is there any way to confirm that any of these 2,000 fans that paid $2,000 to $4,000 each, do they have? And they're like, nope. And he was like, so the guy just pocketed the money.
That's insane.
Absolutely wild.
Yeah. So you weren't booking through Royal Caribbean. You were booking through Showcase Travel.
Wow.
Who was like, just like, like 1,000 fans, paid $4,000 to hang out with Johnny Bananas. And the guy was just like, all right, what if I just get the rooms for the celebrities and say something? And it's just like, no, let me just keep it all. Let me just get no one a room.
That's insane.
So, but allegedly, I guess his side of the story is he was still paying back people from the Big Brother challenge that hadn't got their money yet. So he was robbing Peter to pay Paul or whatever. So and it just kind of spun out of control.
Insane.
So yes, so you do not want to go on the challenge cruise because it's well, I mean, you might, but you will be the challenge.
You guys do it for the plot. Do it for the plot.
Yes. By the way, people, this is exactly what you get from a Patreon Q&A from Johnny Fairplay. You got so much right here on this podcast tonight.
Yeah. Did you watch that Tommy Traina?
It is on my list. I'm getting to it probably tomorrow.
Holy moly. Yeah, I said a lot of stuff that I was. So I had straight edge Tommy Traina sitting beside me, and I was like 9 West Coast low carb IPAs in. And I'm like, all right, let me tell you 4 stories that I shouldn't. And Tommy Traina goes, would you like a Survivor OnlyFans story that doesn't involve Ozzy? I'm like, yep. So
I love how this is like my first integration to reality TV. This is I'm getting every single thing ever. Like, it's hilarious.
What happened to Eric? We lost Eric before on the first episode.
Eric is in there, man. Your son is still in there.
Yeah, Eric's still rolling.
No, was he doing the podcast?
We already did it earlier today.
Oh, this is the interview podcast. Okay.
This is so we did the recap podcast, and then I brought these 2 on for an interview. Yeah.
Lauren killing it.
We're locking it.
It didn't work.
You know how I
roll.
No,
I'm paying attention. You're doing the same thing with 99 to Beat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I know. It's awesome. 99 to Beat's a good show. All right. So, oh my God, who had the hot take? Gabe had the hot take last night that 99 to Beat is the same show as Squid Game, but better.
Well, I've never watched it. That
is a terrible take.
I feel that is. I was like, I was like, have you watched this season? He was like, no, I saw some, and I'm just like, yeah, I think you need you give it a watch and you get back to us.
I don't know.
He hasn't watched Squid yet and is making that take without watching
that's
Squid.
crazy.
I mean, I guess he watched either watched season 1 or watched parts of season 1, and I'm just like, yeah, that's a bad take. So
it sounds like he was an O. Maybe he was an O and he's just bitter. I think that's what happened. He was an O, got eliminated first, and now he's bitter. So he has that hot take.
Well, I'm bitter because I was supposed to do a premiere party with Cara Maria in Boston, and 4 days before the show, Fox is like, "Oh yeah, you can't do a viewing party." And we're like, why? And they're like, we don't we control everything and you guys can't. I'm just like, yeah, well, I've been doing Survivor viewing parties for like 6 years. And they're just like, yeah, this isn't Survivor. And I'm like, oh, okay. So,
free marketing. Like that's how that works.
They hate it. Yeah.
Wow.
So that's a wild take about the 99 to Beat. And I am enjoying the 99 to Beat. It's great. I mean, great character.
I mean, like the floor. I mean, I did the floor, as I said. Like, end of episode 1, Johnny Fairplay shines. Episode 2, I'm just like, get me out of here as quickly as possible. Like, listen, I get it. It's fun. Like, it's season 4. It's tough to reinvent the wheel on a show of that format 4 seasons in. 99 to Beat is a new show. It's kind of a remake of Minute to Win It.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's what it is.
Yeah. So, but
it's a cute show. That's what I say. It's a cute show. It's a fun show. But
it's a show to watch.
I feel like people there are emotional moments on 99 to Beat, but I just feel the music and the games, like 99 to Beat. It still has more of that game showy feel. Whereas Squid Game does not. Like Squid Game, there's a direness to it. Like it's just like I mean, you're not really dying, but you're dying.
Yeah. They make it so emotional and so intense too.
I love all I mean, as I said, for me, I mean, that's why it's nominated for an Emmy because I don't think 99 to Beat's gonna get nominated for an Emmy.
No, it's not, but it's an easy show to watch. But even when you compare it to Squid Game incorporates the twists, the tests. And I will say, if I'm comparing 1 and 2 for Squid, this season is blowing season 1 out of the water. And I loved season 1, don't get me wrong, but what they have come up with this season alone, it's just fabulous.
Quick it's really quick, like the editing, the way that they edit it, what you guys seen was actually in a long period of time, but they cut it so short, just boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? The dorm time has been shortened. that you just like right into the games. I mean, they went from the count, a little bit of dorm time, boom, right into pentathlon. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like
great. It was great here, and here's a big thing. It's fuck, where's it gonna go? Damn it, I had it. It was
it's about like the Beast Games kind of feel where it's just
no. So, no, the big thing with Squid Game that I think subtracts it from everything else. Whenever you think you have a W, you never do. Yeah. Like it's always like, I mean, you know, that's the show. It's just like, okay, it's fine. And I'm just like, no, it's not. It's always
there's always a way to get eliminated. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like I mean, like the actual show, like, you know, that final deal. I come there and just like, and I was like, oh no, you know it's gonna, and they're like,
I mean, I was in there talking to people, and I had no clue that the twins were hunting people down. But like after the games keeps going, people start getting a little bit more like stressed out, a little bit more like that's why the feelings and the emotions come out of them, because like the atmosphere is so like brutal, to be honest, because you just know you're gonna go out anyway. Like this, you can always go out any second. That's the worst part.
That one kid whose parents are religious and he's going to hell, and according to
Peter.
24, player 24, yeah.
Peter.
All right. So for someone, hold on.
Peter's a comedian, by the way.
Okay. Well, but for someone that that wants to be good, to go up to the twins and be like, hey, you know what I was gonna do?
Oh my god.
I was gonna go after one of you, but I can't do it. But that was
I was gonna eliminate your twin brother.
Yeah, I was gonna eliminate your, and I was just like, talk about diarrhea of the mouth. I mean, like literally, that was the conversation
No
had with
at all.
anyone else in that fucking room other than that fucking twin.
So the counting when they were like getting chosen and stuff, one of my friends, they didn't get aired, Selena goes up to them, she goes, taps him on the shoulder, he goes, sorry boys, only one is gonna go, I know only one's gonna win. And it was so, they looked at her like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like it was hilarious, but they didn't, there's so much shit they didn't air though, so much.
Yeah, it's
having a photo
it's crazy. Well, also too, we didn't talk about this, player 107 being, I'm going on a yacht with my friends, that's what I would do with the money.
Yeah, Jackie, oh my god.
Wow.
Whoopsie.
That's crazy. I mean, respect, but don't say it there.
I think after she said that, I think she reset it, but then she said, yeah, I'm going on a yacht with my bad bitches or something like that too after.
And then adds in the charity of it all, which you already
the
whole yacht.
And then of course give some to charity, whatever.
Give some to poor people or whatever they're being called, unhomed people, I guess.
During that, they had a bunch of people doing chores and shit. So like, they made it seem like that, like everyone was onto them, but it wasn't that. We had like 50 chores, but like eventually we kind of figured out that like one came back and then 3 were eliminated at that point. And then he was a target after that. To be honest, they were a target since counting.
Oh yeah,
I love seeing the like as far as like these like young 20-somethings that like don't know that you should have your story on lock about like why you want to play and why you want to win the money. Because if someone comes up to you, you got to have your story prepared, not saying like I just want to party on a yacht, because like everything matters in there.
You got to lock
everything
in.
Matters in there.
Yeah, you got to lock in for sure.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I like yeah. I feel like I got a little sloppy on Survivor, because like the Boy Scout lady is just like, Johnny would literally use the money on cocaine and hookers. I was just like, oh my god, and it makes air. Like really? Yes, we're going with cocaine and hookers. All right.
Well, you did go to a tribal council lit.
Well, I didn't have cocaine and hookers at tribal council. Or
no, but you were boozed up at a tribal council.
I was liquored up. I was liquored up a few times on the show. But no, I did not need coke. It was just like, oh, I can't give him the money. Like I know I'm gonna lose to Sandra, and I don't even like her. And I spent most of my time hanging out with Johnny, but he would literally die from cocaine and hookers. And I was like, how's the hookers gonna kill me? It's like, well, A, they could kill you. gonorrhea. Who knows? I'm like, whoa, relax. Jeez, what kind of hookers you like? I would have gotten good hookers, not horrible. Gonna kill you with disease hookers.
The classy kind. The classy kind.
Yes, the friends with what's her name? Who's the chick that lost Sid Ganji or whatever?
Sydney.
Oh, Sydney.
Yeah.
I've actually seen her. I'm seeing her at that big.
Some of her friends are available for dates.
I think I'm seeing her at we're having that big watch party in Philly where there's like 100 like squids going and a bunch of season 1.
We need to get Sydney on this podcast. That's what I'm going.
I
for.
can get Sydney in this podcast. Sydney's awesome, dude.
But we already we're 2 hours and 6 minutes in, so let's wrap this up here, folks. Does anyone have anything they want to finish us off with?
Bradley, you got anything, man?
Man, I feel like I've said a lot. No, I don't have.
No, I think the
Yeah.
funniest thing was during mine was when Sydney was like, "I'm sorry" to like the whole team, and then the camera turns to her saying, "I'm sorry" to me, and then my face when she said, "I'm sorry," she goes, "I'm sorry," and my face is just like. And people were sending me that. People were videoing it and sending it to me like, holy shit. They're like, if I was on your team, I would have been cussing Sydney the fuck out. I'm like, holy shit. I was like, nah, I'm just super.
But you were so motivating during that game. But what you were saying, though, you were saying some funny stuff. Like, but it sounded motivating, but also was like,
bro, have you seen the core video? There's a core video of it where like I was like saying the games and I go up to the girl with the house of cards. I was like, yeah, you got wisdom. Like you got the wisdom for the cards. Like, what the fuck am I saying? And then the Deji, whatever it is, I was like, yeah, I played soccer since I don't even know when, like high school type shit. And I was like, I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but I was just going. I was saying some dumb ass shit. It was so funny.
But not knowing what you don't know, didn't Sid do what she? I mean, like that was kind of the spot for her.
Yeah, for sure. They wanted. I think it's just because she really fucked it up. But no, yeah, it was just her, and then I was just kind of in the background, just supporting her, and like, yeah, it looked like I was leading the group, and then Cindy was just like, really going at it with herself. But she's awesome. She's awesome. Yeah, she deserved it. That was her moment. She really she ended up finishing it. She ended up finishing it, but after like 50 minutes. So
there's people still in the game right now that we have not seen, they didn't have airtime.
Possibly one.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You guys are gonna have to watch, man. You guys have to watch.
Yeah. So, but that's crazy that I think when this is all said and done, I mean, because if there's only 9 episodes, I think Sid will be if there's a Squid Game All-Star, Sid is getting the call.
Oh yeah.
Or any Netflix show.
I think Jonty will get a call back. I think Jonty and Viper will get a call back. Definitely Jonty. I think Jonty could have definitely went a little bit further than what he was.
Definitely Viper. I mean, the build for Viper, you're just like, there's no way he's not catching this. And then you're like, oh, okay. And it's like, oh, there's the second part.
Yes.
Like,
yeah, that's right.
Just throw it to any. What would you do in the same spot? Just throw it to any girl. Like, fuck that dude.
Yeah. Well, they were so backed up, anyways. They're like so in the back of the line. Like, there was so many, the groups where the last people were like there. So it was still going to be a far throw for everyone.
But Viper's making that throw. I'm the most confident with Viper throwing the ball in that sense.
100%. But I think popularity vote, it would probably be Mark number 1. Number 2
to call back, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. We were saying
Johnny.
We were saying in the group chat too that Mark was probably going to get the number 1 vote. But yeah, that's
good. I mean, hey, I could see this, maybe not financially, but everything else changing his life, and I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I mean, I know. Yeah, I heard Mark a lot.
And I enjoyed him epically failing. I thought that was fun for me.
I love Mark. I'm gonna see him. I'm gonna see him the 11th. Me and him gonna be together. I love that guy. But there's gonna be a lot of squids there. So
plug that event because I know exactly what event you're talking about here.
The Philly. Yeah, I think it's the Rent. What's those guys? I forgot their name. I'm so sorry. But they're hosting that event.
All right.
Bryson Wynn. It's a Bryson Wynn.
Bryson Wynn.
Go to JohnnyFairplay.com, links to everything. Click the subscribe button, share. This is awesome. I love Squid Game. I love reality TV, but I love really good reality television. And this is really good reality television. So Giovanni, I'd like to thank you. Bradley, you still owe me. What the fuck? I don't blame you, but I kind of always X.
Every time. I said that before I even walked in the game, man.
Always X.
I know, and I wanted to do this so bad too. When everyone was doing it, I was like, no, I wanted to do the DX. Like, damn.
Yeah, we're like, what are you doing? This? What are you fucking?
I know. It was like people were doing this. I was like, that's not as cool.
Oh yeah, this is just like, hey, it's a big gaping hole. It's like, whoa, don't brag about that. I mean, there are some size queens, but I mean, you're not a size queen, right?
Jesus Christ.
All right. Yeah, that's it. Click subscribe. Lauren, you're the best. I saw that red light going and I was just like, you know what, let me jump on here. And I'm so glad I did. So, but thank you everyone. This ruled. You guys rule. Kick butt. And yeah, Squid Game All-Stars. Bradley, you won't be there, but we will be watching you, Giovanni. And Bradley will be on $1 Million Secret Season 3 because he knows how to answer the interview questions appropriately moving forward.
Yes.
There you go. Well, with that, we'll be back with more Squid content. Check out the Survivor content, 99 to Beat football podcast. We have it all here at the Reality After Show. Once again, Johnny, always a pleasure. Bradley, Giovanni, thanks again. Everyone else, take care.